Hello, chat. It's Eagle's Nest webcam. August 21st. We just got a fun announcement. We got the new announcement of the final 3 gem boosts. We got Obsidian, Malachite, and the other one. Alright, that's not disrespectful. I just don't remember all their names. I'm never, like, the gem boosts are so difficult. Unless they, like, become giga meta relevant and I have to, like, say them a lot. I tend not... Oh, Alexandrite. Okay, so we got Alexandrite, Malachite, and Obsidian, which are the final 3 gem boosts we were looking for. But then we got the introduction of the next, the Power Crept trainings. So, like, these are just straight Power Crept, right? Other than the fact that, like, playing your second one might be a little more difficult than I think initial thought processes might lead. Everyone's like, oh my god, these are just busted, but they don't ignore color. They only ignore the color if it's your first one. Like, you don't have one on board yet and you can ignore the color once. After that, you have to maintain, after that, as long as it's on the board, you have to maintain the colors on board, which can be kind of difficult, especially for, like, the kind of decks we're talking about. Like, I mean, I, like, immediately my brain goes to, like, Melga, right, for the blue and purple one. There's not a lot of Digimon that, like, I mean, there's some Digimon that are blue and purple, but, like, your tamers don't really help you in that sense. I know Sun and Moon, like, if you go, like, a pure Lunamon build, you could do that. And like, just as long as you have Sayo on board. But you guys kind of get what I'm getting at, right? Like, the idea is that these trainings, after your first, Sayo, did I say Ko? Whatever. Yeah, like, after the first one, I don't see it as, like, giga easy to play these things. Like, it's not... The fact that they have a security effect, though, is kind of buck wild. Like, that right there is the power creep. Like, holy moly. Return, then place this card. Yeah, no. And then... Yeah. Well, nothing else to say about that. No, I just typed it 2 seconds before you said it. Oh, okay, Green Hill. And that's him in the background. We got our guest today.
All right, I have returned.
It is doesn't have a webcam, but we got DigiGalaxy Gaming, otherwise known as Kupo Savior. Mr. You got a lot of tops. You tell the chat who you are. You got a lot of tops behind your name, from what I remember.
Well, I have a lot of online tops.
Same thing.
I don't judge. I haven't done any traveling for this game, but I have a very long history of playing the other big 3 card games and had some tops playing those games as well. But for Digimon, accolades are basically just online events, not so much the other ones. Won Eagle's Nest a few times, won Mario's events when he was streaming and hosting those a few times. But for like online Ulti Cups or regionals, I think the best I've ever actually placed was I got a top 16. I got like 11th, I think, at a regional playing Beelzemon after the nerf.
oh, that was you. Oh, that must be where I remember, because I remember I did. There was, for a while, I remember I was doing this bit. You might have been part of it. I did this bit for a while where it was like the best Death Slinger in the West, and I was just. I just had like a tier list, and all the tier list was, the logic behind the tier list was just like, whoever got the most recent top, that was number 1.
yeah, maybe there was, because
you might have been on there.
Well, at least for that regional, I think I was the only person playing Beelzemon in the top 64. So, because people thought the deck was dead after Imon got hit to 1, BX2 Imon. So I rolled up with they nerfed Beelzemon, but I was playing double Beelstarmon on my top end.
Oh, I remember this list. Yes.
Yeah. So it was a fun time. It was a completely different angle to the deck, but that was an interesting time in the game, and I'm looking forward to upcoming support in EX10 next month.
Oh my god! The fact you guys, that Wizardmon, like the entirety of the support, I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's like pushing Beelzemon into like a control direction, and like the cards seem alright. And then they revealed that wizard, and I just cried. I don't want to deal with it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What are the cards you're looking most forward to in the support?
I just for Beelzemon or for EX10?
We'll say Beelzemon, but we can expand to the next stuff.
I think the ace is perfection.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm like, if any deck like wants an ace or like a level 6 ace, because like so many of your Beelzemon lines, you end them like, I'm just gonna sit on my 5. You do what you want to me, homie.
Yeah, but a lot of them, and even the new Balmon that they printed or are printing in EX10 wants you to sit on it because he gains reboot blocker and he still has the on delete if you have 10 to play Beelzemon.
Right.
So then it kind of puts them in this weird situation where, well, they're not going to attack because if they attack, now they open themselves up to being Beelz aced and getting their turn skipped. And then if they don't attack and try to remove it, well, you're still going to play Beelzemon. And if you have Beelz Ace and Trash, you could play Beelz Ace from Trash. So now you have 2 different avenues to play your Beelzemon Ace on their turn. And with the way that you can have your Trash set up, you can just turn skip them. So it's a very interesting setup. But I don't think it's going to push Beelzemon into control necessarily. It just gives them the ability to have a defensive play, because prior to this support, Beelzemon has 0 defense. There's no defense in that deck.
Yeah, it's all turn 90 degrees sideways and pray and hope you trashed enough to actually make that your win condition.
Yeah, and with modern Digimon, that's really not a reliable way to consistently win games. Yeah. Most likely. No, I was gonna say, yeah, most likely it's just this typical. It looks like he's playing Alphamon Alphamon or Yuken, so yeah, it's Angry Birds. Let me see here. So I haven't seen these trainings yet, but have they been posted on the? Are they? Where is it? I'm seeing the Memboost. Oh, here we go. Okay. Treadmill training. Okay. So it's effectively just a 2-color training, but you can only play. Yeah, I see. Okay. Reveal the top 2, add 1, then place. Okay. I mean, it's so the downside of playing any 2-color deck where they're not split, right? I'm thinking like Ragnarlord, other decks like where you have 2 different colors, but they're both solid colors, right? You're precluded from being able to play trainings because half your deck you can't grab with the training. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Ragnar player, so I immediately I'm like, oh, Ragnarlord stuff, but it doesn't look like. Yes. Yeah, and honestly, that's part of the reason why Greymon decks have kind of fallen by the wayside. At least we'll have to see how EX10 improves Greymon, but part of the reason why Greymon can't really compete is because they can't take advantage of playing training and boost the same way that other build stack decks can, because they have solid black cards that they want to play, right? Like you want to play your red cards because that gives you your aggression, but you also want to play some of the mono black cards, namely the tamers. I don't think, at least right now, unless you're playing like the Gaiomon control kind of stuff, you're not really playing the solid black Digimon, but it's mainly your black tamers, right? The black tamers are almost universally better than the red ones. So you're playing red Digimon but black tamers. And the whole original point of trainings was it's a option card that can grab your tamer, right? Because previously we had boosts, and everybody loves their boosts, but boosts can't grab tamers. And Greymon kind of is still in that spot where now they have access to Garnet boosts, so they can grab red and black Digimon if they cared to play any of the mono black Digimon, but they still can't grab their tamers. So I think that's what this is. Well, I mean, it's going to see playing Omnimon for sure. The CS Omnimon decks. I think if you're not playing at least 1 or 2 copies of it, you're missing out. Yeah, you're missing out on a lot of power, because being able to warp for 4 for the low. Well, you also don't need to have Nokia, right? You don't need to have any tamers to warp for 4 if your opponent has a Digimon with 10k DP or more. Which, well, look at Royal Knights, the deck, right?
Oh, I am muted. That's tilting, but we're here and we're alive.
Oh, okay. It didn't seem like you'd be muted because you were talking at the beginning. But...
Yeah, I think different screens have different like mute settings for me, and sometimes depending on the day they change.
Yeah, but the Adventure Agumon I think is very, very strong because you don't need to actually have the 3 tamer condition. It's possible to have it.
Do you play a lot of Omni DNA? Is that your main deck right now?
That is the other deck that I managed to top 32 a regional with back in BT17.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, that's pretty good. It was busted.
Yeah, back when people thought the deck was kind of bad. They thought it was okay. It was everyone's like, oh, it's tier 2. I think
it was like the consistency, like that, like people never really jived with, or people didn't fully understand the trap scenarios that the Omnimon could give you. Like
it definitely was a more technical deck to play back then. It still has some of that nuance now with the new cards, but the general game plan has been streamlined for you. With the BT22 cards, where you just unga bunga make 22 Omnimon and have your opponent either deal with it or lose. Yeah, that's kind of been the nature of the game. Which, I mean, it's great. Omnimon's meta now.
Yeah,
the way it never was, but at the same time, Omnimon's meta now, so everyone's playing it.
Yeah, I think I want to that's usually the conversation I have with people right now is Digimon, meta wise or power level wise, I don't feel like we're particularly faster than 2 sets ago. I don't particularly feel like we have a tier 0 deck right now like we've had in multiple instances, and you can disagree with any of these points, but I feel like the big thing is you show up to Eagles and half the people are playing Omnimon DNA, and it's just and I'm not trying to shame anybody, play what you want, of course, but there is something to be said about you sleeve up your deck, your 50 cards, and you go to a tournament and you would just play the same deck 5 times. That just kind of leaves, or you witness the same boss monster. Everybody's got the eyes on the Omnimon X right now, right? That is a big boss monster right now, just devastating boards, right? And so, I mean, we see it with Royal Knights, we see it with Omni, and so you see it twice and you're I guess Omni DNA doesn't really play, but you get the point.
Yeah, it can be. Well, it depends on your mindset, right? If you're playing in an online event like Eagles, where you have not just the best players in the area, but you have a lot of national champions from Chile that are playing in this tourney, right?
Yeah.
So you have very, very good players from around the world that play in this tourney, and I'm assuming if they're entering and they're paying money to enter, that they're playing to win.
Yeah, of course.
Right. And funny enough, DigiDane put out a video talking about playing to win, and a lot of his points in his video are taken directly from a book called Playing to Win by David Serlin. And if you haven't read the book as a gamer, it's a very solid read, because it goes into the whole psychology aspect of what it means to actually, like, are you really playing to win, or are you playing to get the feeling of winning, but you're limiting yourself mentally by playing like something that you deem in your mind is morally fair, right? Like the people who say like, oh, I refuse to play the top tier meta deck because everyone plays it and it's easy to win playing it, and would rather basically nerf themselves playing something else. And then if they can still win with that, you know, you get this pride that, oh, I was able to win with something that's not top tier.
Right.
Which, I mean, you can do that, but in general, you know, that kind of mentality.
You are nerfing yourself, like, fundamentally.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I think there's definitely a good point there, because like I always feel like it's just like, I like, for a long time I have this one friend loves Mastimon. We all know that Mastimon, like, maybe I'll axe the point. I'll give you a timeline. This was pre BT9 or EX9, so we don't even have that. Like, let's go back in time, and they would take Mastimon to every regional, every Ultimate Cup, and they would, like, you know, they'd bust her out. I mean, they know their deck, but they'd bust her out, and I look at them and I'm like, bro, if you really want your invite, like, look at what's topping. Like, those top 16 decks don't happen by accident. Like, everyone's trying to hope for this, like, oh, I want to be that dream world scenario of, like, and it does happen, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that inspire this hope of, like, being that one of one person in the top 16 to, like, top with a deck that no one was expecting, right? But, like, realistically, like, you're doing, that person's still doing themselves a disservice by, like, in terms of, like, if their goal is the invite, they're not truly, their goal isn't the invite. Their goal is to prove themselves with this deck. And, like, I think that's, like, really, like, pretty much where they're at, right?
100%, that's what it is. So, like in the most recent regional, I think someone topped with Zafagamon, right?
Yes. There was
Yeah, so it's like, everyone knows that Zafagamon is not top tier. It's not meta. But then again, we are playing a card game, right? We're not playing chess, where the better player almost always will win. The inherent nature of a card game means that there is inherent randomness. And so if you play a deck that is not top tier, but it has legs that it can stand on, there's no reason to believe that you can't top an event, because in the grand scheme of things,
anything can happen.
In order to top, anything can happen, and your sample size over the course of a tourney is not very high.
Right. Yeah. No, I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time, like in a tournament, let's say a tournament is 9 rounds. Your deck just has to perform for 9. Like, statistically speaking, let's say you have a 50% win rate with your deck. All you have to do is win those 9 rounds, and then you can lose the next 9 rounds, and statistically, you're still even.
Exactly. But because you won those 9 rounds first before you lost, there you go. You came out and you got first place at a regional.
Exactly.
Right. So. And it can completely be that way, and that's kind of the beauty of tournament play, right? Is these things that the general community has come to a consensus that this is not objectively the best thing you can be doing, can still win because of the small sample size, right? I only need, like, I remember a time when, like, Jesmon, right? Jesmon is like the poster child for inconsistent decks, right?
Yes.
Just by nature of the ratios that the deck plays, but still needs to build a stack. Jesmon, you see events where, like, Jesmon can top, right? And it's like, how is this possible when you look at the deck list? And it's like, well, you know, if I'm only playing 4 level 4s, it doesn't matter if my deck is inconsistent, if I just happen to get my level 4 every single match.
Oh, right? Yes, I remember that Jesmon. It was like, I think it was
a statistical impossibility, or not impossibility, improbability, but over the course of a few games, we're not talking about hundreds of games. We're just talking at max
6 rounds.
Assuming you go to game 3 every single round, 15, 18 games. Right? you can hit that. You can hit your your 1 of 4 level 4s in your opening hand, or they do play from Master to Disciple, right? So you got a little bit of search in there.
You have a little bit of leeway.
But,
plus draw for Digivol is always going to be helpful. Like,
yeah, so sometimes the stars will align. You get your line when you need it, and then you pop off, and your deck feels awesome.
mm-hmm.
Like there have been many situations, and I'm sure you've had these situations as well, where your hand is absolute garbage, and then you draw for turn, and now all of a sudden your hand is
your draws are just gas. Like, are you open? No, rookie. Your draw for turn is rookie. Your rookie draws you your 4. Your 4 draws you your 5. I've had 100% that's happened.
Yeah, 100%. Or I've had situations where, like, based on the board state, I have no chance of winning unless I top deck a very specific card. And then you go to draw for turn, and there it is. Oh, and God. You go from a 100% loss situation to actually winning because of that one draw. Like with modern BT22 Omni, you could be digging, and it's like, I don't have a War Greymon, and I've been searching for War Greymon, and I have everything else, and then you draw the War Greymon for turn.
Yeah, no, dude, it's wild. No, like that's the kind of the beauty of the card games. That's like everyone's dream thing, like the what was it, the Yami Yugi Destiny draw.
The cards.
Yeah, that there we go. But that's really interesting. Maybe that is a book I'll have to take into, because like explaining that to people can be pretty tough. It's just like, yeah, you can take whatever you want, but if you're you have to ask yourself what your goal is. Is it to prove yourself? Like I like to tell people, is it to prove yourself with X deck, or is it to get your invite, or is it to get X prizing? Because depending on your goal, I mean, like those are different things you theoretically should do. Like I have friends, like, and I see like competitive players do it all the time. I'll give just a random one, like Hong Zero, first, like very early in the season, topped with Adventure, right? For the rest of the tournament, for the rest of every other regional or Ulti Cup, Hong Zero can play whatever at whatever deck he wants, or test whatever weird ratio he wants. Because he's already got the invite, so now he's got nothing to like try to win for. So now he could take the creative expression and try to, like, let me see if I can, like, was it Mario? Mario did the whole like I topped with every color kind of thing.
I don't know if it was him, but I know he was the first one that put Ancient Gray OTK on the map. People like, no one thought that deck was serious, and then he came out and got 2 first places back to back with the same deck. And then it became a reality. But then I went and built the deck myself, and I was like, how how does this deck actually win? My opponent put a blocker on the board.
And I mean, that's the variance though. It's like sometimes you also got to accept that, like, sometimes it's like it's the variance, right? It's your matchup variance matters a lot too. Like, I mean, I've mentioned so many times where, like, Hong Zero, he won his event with Adventure, right? But he even on record admits that, like, the second, if any of his opponents were Galacti, he just loses and doesn't win the tournament now.
Yeah, but he took an educated gamble
with
that, because if your worst matchup is, like in that case, Galacticmon, everyone knows Galacticmon is not one of the best decks. It's not even close to one of the best decks in the format. So they would, in order for him to pair against Galactic, that means that player is doing themselves a disservice by playing Galactic, right? And at the time, I don't think everyone thought Adventure would be okay, right? It would be decent, but I don't think anyone seriously considered Adventure as a competitive meta threat. And so realistically, there would be no reason in that situation to play Galacticmon unless you're just a Galacticmon fanboy.
Yeah.
So that's a calculated gamble. That's part of skill expression.
Of course,
is taking that risk. I think a more striking example of that is the player that won, I think it was Spain, a Spanish regional, way back in EX7 with Ragnarlord.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you remember that, but he got first place with Ragnarlord. He went, I think he played, I think that regional was 7 rounds. Okay. He went 7-0, got first place with Ragna, And this was in EX7, like so, like after BT16, right, when Imperial was like one of the top 3 decks.
Mm-hmm.
And he says it in the interview. He's
I didn't
like,
play
yeah, I didn't play against Imperial because if I did, I don't know if you've played the Ragna and Imperial matchup, but I am a Ragna fan as well, and that matchup is horrible.
Oh yeah. That as it is for a lot of people. Like as a blue hybrid guy, I was just like, yep, just I hope I don't play into Imperial, and that's the game plan going forward.
Yeah. So again, this guy got first place at a regional because he was able to dodge his worst matchup,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a situation where his worst matchup was one of the top 3 decks in the format. He just didn't play against it. You know, They all played each other and they knocked each other out.
Yeah, and that's just magical RNG variance at its peak, I would say, for sure.
Yeah.
Risu, you see the P Bandai? Yeah, we did Digipanda. We can more people are joining the chat, so we can rehash some of that. But those trainings are interesting. I don't know what chat's opinion are those new trainings face value are. I will like my random Risu comment about I think it's kind of troll that the yellow blue memory boost is Armadillo and Patamon when their deck is yellow black. I think that's Giga Troll personally, but I mean whatever, I guess. Those trainings are disgusting. Oh, okay. I think people are underestimating. Like, I mean, they came out 10 minutes ago, so I mean, we're all gonna have our initial. These are all still hot takes, but right now, I think people are undervaluing the idea that you can only ignore its color condition if you don't already have one on board. And that can trip a lot of people up, similar to how people kind of undervalue the fact that Ukomon digivolves for 1 and is a white card in your back area, really denying you. I mean, this might actually make Ukomon's like even better, because now you can digivolve Ukomon in the back and still end your turn on a training if it's like turn 1, turn 2. So that's something I just mentally connected. However, like if you already have one on board and you're playing like Kupo here, you're playing Ragnalord and you digivolved red and black in the back, you have one of these already on board and you don't have a black source, you suddenly have a dead card in your hand you can't play.
Yeah, I think on average these cards are going to be it's another consistency piece. They're going to see play. They look very strong. The fact that they actually activate the full effect in security
that's insane. Yes,
puzzling to me. Like I don't know why they gave these basically just activate the full effect of the card,
right?
In security when the normal trainings just set themselves.
Even boost. This is the first card. I mean, we've seen like was it Master from Disciple also activates its basically itself in. But this is the first time we definitely see a training do it, and or a generic piece.
Card.
Yes.
Yeah. It's interesting. I kind of disagree fundamentally with the design of training. I don't believe that any card. I don't believe any. So the idea of training being a consistency piece is fine, but I don't think any card should exist in the game where it 100% refunds its cost.
Yeah, I think that's like the biggest talking point when it comes to trainings. Like I'm personally okay with it in the sense that my defense of it has always been the fact that it forces the Evo and Digivolution cost reduction is a lot less generic in modern Digimon than like initially like than memory is, right? Like everything in this game uses memory, not everything uses Digivolution cost, right? Like famous, like my example, blue hybrid player, famously, I'm always going to bring it up. I can't digivolve Lobomon with these, right? Like that has just always been like, I don't get access to these just because I'm special, I guess. And so
you could evo your rookie into promo Lobomon.
I couldn't. No.
Not
I mean,
anymore.
I guess if I pulled the one of and I got it, bro. Like I don't.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. But that was a very popular play that I saw.
No, I definitely did. I definitely loved that play. I would do the hell out of that play every time. It was glorious.
I think they could have just so in Jesmon, right? Jesmon was really like the first deck that had its own in-archetype training card,
right?
And in Master to Disciple, right?
Oh, but you could stack those, right?
you can stack them, but they only reduce by 1, right?
Why?
So in order for you to get,
they're not neutral.
Yeah, so you would have to have 2 of them to get the same reduction that 1 training currently does, right? So again, that is an example of a very strong card that I think is well balanced because it's in archetype 1, but 2, it doesn't refund 100% of its cost.
Yeah.
Right. Like it refunds 1, which is fine. And if they printed the trainings with the exact same effects, but instead of reduced by 2, it said reduced by 1, I think they would all still see play.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
That is, it's still a very powerful effect, right? You're still getting the search and a cost reduce. I would have, reading these new ones, I would have liked to see that because...
Right, because the gem boosts are a nerfed normal boost, right? Like the fact that these are just the exact same effect. They have a slightly different... I think them being 2-color in Bandai's eyes is a way to kind of nerf them a little bit.
Yeah, but then they print the text that says they can ignore color requirement, at least for the first one.
For the first one, yeah. I guess that's
the first one is the most important one.
Yeah.
It also doesn't stop your opponent from hitting them in security, because if your opponent hits one in security, now instead of just setting it, now you get to activate and set it. Right? Yeah. And that one doesn't care if you have one in the battle area already. So
it'll be interesting. I don't think this is like a huge power creep of the game. I think it's a sideways. It's a side grade. Yeah, it's more of the same. It's more, yeah. It's going to be more of the same. I'm gonna see. Let's see what chat. I think the game is power creeping cards too fast. Why did these trainings seem unnecessary? Why do they need to exist? I don't know. Do they need to exist? I guess I don't know. I feel like I think they need to exist in the sense that just there is just certain decks get punished for no reason. Well, it's let's say I'm a pure green deck. I get to use all my boosts and all my trainings, and a Tyranno players out there and Ragnarlord players screaming that you guys don't get access to trainings, right? Because I'm cross coloring all the time. I constantly have this awkward stuff
for those decks that can't take advantage of training as it currently exists. Right?
Exactly.
These dual color trainings are for those decks that, as they currently stand, and probably if they get future support, it may be along the same line. Like if Ragna gets more support, when Ragna gets more support in the future, whenever that is, they're probably going to give it another mono red line and another mono black line. and again, if they don't have the dual color line, then they can't play any individual training card without being, whatever consistency that you would gain from playing training, you would lose by the fact that your training will whiff half the time or whiff half your targets, right?
Yellow training will go hard and shine. Will it though? I guess it lets you get access to a 4th or 6th copy of training, because everything in your deck is either red, yellow, or pure yellow right now. So your complication is, go ahead.
In that example, it's not the same, because you can cover your entire deck with one
your
color.
Entire
deck overlaps one color, right? It's you may have some 2-color cards, but they all share one base color. Right?
Everything's yellow for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, Greymon is an example of that's not the case, right? You have a lot of cards that they don't overlap one color. They're either there are some red and black, but there are a lot more that are just red or just black, right? And so now it's you have to construct your deck in such a way to take advantage of one, and most of them do the red training, but that means that some of the time, and I saw it today actually, I was playing against a Greymon player, and they hit offense training and revealed black tie and X antibody. They bottom decked both cards because they couldn't grab it, right?
That hurts.
It's just how it is.
That hurts. When are we getting a white boost and a white training? You ever think about that?
I don't really know. Realistically, there aren't very many white decks. First off, all the white decks that are out there are decks that were designed to only work with themselves,
self-contained. Yeah,
generically splashable cards are out there. Right?
You say Keck W Green Hill, but I think digital. What's your take on Digital Gate Open? I think that card's going to be That's gonna be like a $30 card for a while once it finally gets in our hands, just because availability, and it's not bad. Like there's no way that card's bad.
Yeah, it's definitely a strong card. I don't know how like meta the card will be.
I agree.
Like price is not really a question when it comes to competitive, right? Like if people are, again, if you're playing to win, you'll pay the price, right?
I'm using the price as a metric of how good that card will be.
Oh yeah. It is up there. I mean, you are paying 4, right? Like it's the first generic like searcher kind of card that costs 4. That is not a tamer. But it's so flexible in what it can do that if your deck can make use of it and you can reliably hit something. So like it wants a Digimon and a tamer, right? Reveal top 3, add a Digimon and a tamer. Well, if your deck doesn't play tamers, or if your deck only plays like 4 tamers, then the likelihood, or like less than 4 tamers, like maybe like 2 tamers or like something splashable like that, then the odds of you, it's not worth it, right? Like Digital Gate Open is strictly worse than a dual color boost or a training if you can't take advantage of the delay to play the tamer for reduced cost, right? So it doesn't actually help those decks that don't play tamers.
Yeah, I'm thinking some of the decks that could use it are probably like Omni DNA, like the tamer heavy decks. Like we're watching Omnimon right now in front of us, Omni Royal Knights. 3 tamers on board already. We know there's cool boys in there. And probably another, I forget, I think there's a Digimon Emperor in there as well. I mean, hybrid decks, Crossheart and Hunters, like all these like alternate strategies, adventure. I think there's a few there's a lot of these like these decks that do rely on their tamers and do have a lot of them that probably are going to want this card the most.
For sure. I like the shiny example of a deck that will probably play 1 or 2 copies of it. Maybe more. You know, who knows, is Omnimon. But the problem with Omni DNA right now is there's too many good cards and not enough space in the deck.
That's true.
So it's like, what are you cutting to play these Digital Gate Open, which is another consistency piece with the security effect to play one of your rookies, right? So and again, it costs 4. So
it's not the cheapest play for sure.
But it is, I mean,
you'd say
it's still
All
strictly
Force.
better.
All Force is weird. I don't know how I feel about All Force, like with Digital Gate Open. Doesn't feel like the kind of card they need, because you want to be playing your tamers off your Digimon effects, not off of a delay effect in All Force. So I'm just bouncing off what they're saying in chat.
Yeah, All Force has more access to free tamer play than the average deck. So I don't know if you're gaining more than you're losing by playing Digital Gate Open, right, over a mental training, right? Because if you think about it, like Digital Gate Open, you're paying 4, you get a search, and then if you have a tamer to play on a later turn, then it'll refund its cost.
Did they just bottom deck Phoenixmon? Did they? Were they bigger than, I guess, I don't know, chat, were they resolving end of attack, or were they resolving on deletions? Because that's a little weird. I don't know. I'm just going to let it go. Anyway. No, you're good.
I missed it. I was reading Digital Gate Open.
No, for sure.
But it's definitely a good card. It will see play. It's just a matter of...
It needs the right home, I think, and people are definitely going to find that home. But you were talking about Omni. You were talking about Omni DNA. Like, what's your? I have the hot take of like, I hate BT17 tie and mat. Every time I see an Omni DNA deck, put that in their deck, I like cringe a little bit. I'm just like, oh, this card's so bad for you. Why are you playing it? But go. Give me your.
So, I was of the same mind, but if you're playing Alter S, then you have to play BT17 tie and mat. Because there are a lot of situations where you will have your pieces and you need to do something. You can't just play more searchers or you're going to lose. So, but you have your pieces and you have Alter S. You don't have your 22 Omni or your Ace. And you never make Ace on your own turn. That's like a death sentence. So you have Alter S, but then if you don't have your 17 Mat and Tai, then Alter S is a completely dead card in your hand as well. So it is a necessary evil. You know, if you're talking pure value standpoint, yes, BT17 Mat and Tai is less good than EX9, right? Because you're playing more copies of 22 Omnimon. And 22 Omnimon can attack with its own effect, right? So it's kind of redundant to play the Mat and Tai. But you need to have access to it just in case the only Omnimon you have access to in your hand is Alter S or Ace. Right?
Yeah, that's fair. I do it like you need to get your Alter S to attack in some way, especially after you've passed turn. So I definitely understand that. I guess my thought process is like you're thinking in terms of your mindset is like it's worth it for the like mid to late game power gain. Or potential, right? The turn, like the gameplay potential.
Not the late game, because late game you usually might have the setup to be able to keep turn. Right? In which case it's pointless.
So mostly the mid game.
I'm talking about the early to mid game where you don't have 22 Omnimon, you have Alter S, and you are pressured to do something now.
Yeah, I see it.
You have to.
Unfortunately, I see it for the early game. I feel like it loses you more games in the early game than it wins you games, because oftentimes the way I see Omni lose, I feel is like definitely off the search potential. Like you just are missing a piece, and this Mat and Tai is in your hand, and it's just doing nothing for you. But it's like your only playable card in that scenario, so you just throw it down, pass the 4. At least the other one would draw you a card. Worst case scenario. And so I feel
I play less copies of it than EX4 Mat and Tai anyway. So.
Oh, so you play both? You actually do play both? Okay.
I play 3 copies of EX4 Mat and Tai.
Oh, okay.
And I play 2 copies of 17 Mat. Because EX4 Mat and Tai plays directly into the whole, I want my rookies for free.
Right.
I get more rookies for free. I Digivolve into Greymon and I get a Gabumon for free from trash. So it's very good. Although I don't know, I'm weird. I play the deck what most people would be considering like weird, but I've been playtesting against like VPassion and other people that are playing Omnimon, and I am showing that one, I play the Coralmon instead of the Sumemon.
The black Coralmon?
No, the red Coralmon.
The red
BT14
Coralmon. Yeah.
When I think the more popular egg is the black Sumemon, the CS one.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't play that because that egg, Huang Zero explains it on his channel, why he also believes he's a Coralmon believer. Because Sumemon is like, it can pop off if you open 2 CS rookies. Or one to put in back and then 1 to play from your hand the following turn. But if you don't open 2 CS rookies, or if you just don't open 2 rookies and you only have 1, well, then you're kind of open,
you're cooked.
Right? Yeah. Whereas if you have red Coralmon and you have only 1 rookie, you can Evo, play a Tamer or whatever, promote and turn it sideways and get an extra draw. And there are a lot of games where that extra draw has then allowed me to keep playing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's why. I mean, I feel like at the start of every format, somebody's playing blue hybrid, red base, just because it's such a good consistent deck, and it has so much draw, and like it's just like it's one of those things where like the draw just gets you out of so many bad situations that like on average you get to play your game plan, and in a game like Digimon, if you got to achieve your game plan, you probably are winning.
Yeah. In a perfect world, every deck would be able to achieve their game plan, and then it would be a clash of, well, is my game plan better than your game plan, or how do you navigate that? And that's kind of the entire allure of Yu-Gi-Oh! As a card game. Right now, yeah. You still play? You play a current Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I stopped in 2018. Okay. What format was that? It was Goki Firewall Dragon. Oh, okay. Oof. It was Link. So like links were still relatively new back then, and I was, and technically I still am, even though I haven't been there. But I'm a tier 2 judge in Yu-Gi-Oh, so I can judge at the WCQ level, basically everything that's not Worlds. And the last time I judged was YCS in 2018, and I haven't really done any Yu-Gi-Oh stuff since then. But I do respect that's like the entire draw of that game. Is the game is hyper consistent, so there's no question of, oh, I didn't get to do my game plan unless my opponent, unless your opponent sets up the board, right? But like inherently, it's not going to be your deck failed you. It's going to be, oh, my opponent was able to set up and stop me.
Yeah. Which is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the consistency is there for everyone. So now it's you get to do your thing, and unless you stop me from doing my thing, I know I'm going to get to do my thing, and then we're gonna figure it out, right? That's where Yu-Gi-Oh is most fun, is when that happens.
I think the downside becomes like, all right, that's like you're leaning towards the like interaction is just way too high to where your opponent just gets all the what's the word? Onus, I want to say, but it's a different word. Gets the I can't think of the word, but they get the onus to just tell you what you can and can't do for the whole game. And you're just like,
some people refer to it as like initiative,
and yeah,
or control, or whatever it is. Whoever won the coin toss, right? Whoever goes first.
Looks like Sakuya's popping off here. We did our checks, but we didn't go into like a crazy combo that allows us to go into like level 7s. Mastimon, I still think Mastimon's a little underrated. I think Mastimon's really good right now. Mastimon is one of those decks where if it gets to do its game plan, it feels unstoppable. You can just die out of nowhere. It's kind of crazy what the deck is capable of if it gets to do what it wants. But the problem is it feels like the majority of the deck's power level is completely hinging on one card, and that's Patamon. Yeah, and we're about to see it. The most disgusting potato, in my opinion. We don't need starches. Do they got the 4? They have the 4 busted. Draw for Digivolve, and then
looks like they probably put the 4 there. But
yeah, probably off the. Yeah. Did they have another Patamon there? Either way, there's multiple ways to set up your security, but I don't necessarily see. Oh, we got the Adventure Gatomon, Security Gatomon going in. Yeah,
that card's very, very strong. Even in Adventure, people play it as a 1-of just because it can surprise, and again, in some matchups it can stall, right? So it's a pretty powerful card.
And we have a lot of memory too. Like we have double. I always forget which Mirai does what, but I think both of these are not the new one. The new one's got like TVs in the background for its alt art. So these two are like the combo-y ones. We'll have to see. We already have 2 Digimon on board though, so that's gonna stop some of what our Mirais do. I think we'll have to see.
Yeah, this is that's the end of turn DNA Mirai, and it's the one that whenever you play a Digimon, then you can suspend and gain 1, and then Digivolve from the trash.
Got you.
So it's like, I think the game plan is like, you have a level 4, you play like Angelomon or Lady Devi from your hand, and then you use that Mirai to Digivolve into whatever one you didn't play from the trash.
Right.
And then you can DNA with it.
I think we're about to see something like that. We're probably going to see a hard drop of Lady Devi. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw that here coming up. Hard play the Lady Devi, and then we can DNA, go into another promo Masta. From there, heal, bottom deck, the Sakuya. Does the Sakuya have protection? We're looking at, no, it's got the Kyuubi, so no protection other than potentially a blocker. I assume the black...
Yeah, I think he has a blocker token. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to attack. We do have barrier, I believe, in an inheritable.
All his, because of the Lady Devi inherit, all of his angels have retail as well.
Got you. Going into
Or
security,
no,
what is
wait,
it?
that may not be the retail Lady Debbie. That might be the scapegoat Lady Debbie. Can't
Oh,
really
I think it
tell
is
from
the
here.
scapegoat. Yeah.
I haven't brushed up on my Mastimon knowledge. I used to play Mastimon when it was back in the starter deck days.
Oh yeah, that's probably peak Mastimon, honestly. I don't think Master, like in terms of like its power level to the rest of the format, like I don't think Mastimon's ever beaten that iteration. Like that's when it was its strongest. Playing starter BT1 and Magna Andra, playing Secret Rare Lucemon.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I played Secret Rare Lucemon
Oh,
in
okay.
mine, but it was along there, and back when Chaos Degradation was the best removal
In the
option in the
game.
entire game. Yeah.
Yeah, that card was
I
crazy.
remember my iconic. This is like a core memory to me was making Max Tapera rage quit on stream from playing Mastamon, and he was playing Grandis. So this was
Yeah.
BT9. I was playing Mastamon then, and
Mhm.
poor dude, he made his entire Grandis stack in first check to Chaos Deg, and away he went. and then I got to actually do my game plan of put Lusum on Chaos mode, play it out, pop his stuff,
Mhm.
and
Oh, that's the one. That's the one I was talking about, not the rookie. My mistake.
yeah. Chaos mode. That was like the combo, right? You grab Chaos mode from trash, put it in security, reveal security, play it, pop a Digimon or Tamer.
Pop any. Well, not it had to be level 6 or lower for him, and then the Mastimon would let you pop a 5 because he's a 5. It was gross. But yeah, I think Max could, like, definitely around that time was just like there's a lot of people out there that were like, I'm hard stuck in my color, I have to play green, and it was just like the people that didn't adapt just kind of faded out. I think that was close to the time where we first had our first like Digimon player purge, I would say, too. So it makes sense. Like
BT9 was the first purge. Well, actually, I think BT7 was the first purge. Some people just couldn't get over the hybrid. Yeah, some people were like, hybrids ruin the game.
See, that's crazy to me because I'm like, why would BT7 be too much, but like BT5 wasn't? Like, I still think back and I'm like, BT5 was way worse than 7. I got personal bias and stakes there, I guess, but for me,
I don't know. I think blue hybrid, blue hybrid, and into blue hybrid Gabu Bond, I think may have been the worst format.
It was the reverse. It was Gabubon into blue hybrid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Gabubon first. But I remember, blue hybrid with 4 Hammer Spark, 4 Ice Wall. Man, that.
I don't think that ever happened. It was Gabubon with 4 Hammer Spark and Ice Wall.
4 Hammer Spark and Ice Wall.
I think the ban list. When was the ban list? I feel like the ban list hit.
It was after Digifest. I think at Digifest, everyone at Digifest was playing Digifest Miami.
Yeah. Right? It was 4 Ice Wall, 4 Hammer Spark back then.
It was 4 Ice Wall, 4 Hammer Spark.
Oh, I feel. Sure. But then there must have been another ban list because I know we never got a chance to play with Ultimate Digimon Fusion plus Bokemon.
Yeah, we never got to do the combo because that ban list came out.
So it must have been the ban list after, but in my mind, that was the same ban list, I guess.
Yeah, they banned the that card, I think, before, because people were doing the Susanomon stuff with Blue Hybrid with Mega Digimon Fusion.
Yeah, I just don't remember it happening with like because the one everyone was afraid of was Yellow Hybrid doing it, and they never got to. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
In Japan, Blue Hybrid was doing it.
Right.
As well, because it was just faster.
Risu, when does Eagle's Nest allow for EX10 proxies? I'm not sure. It's usually going to be like a week or two before EX10's release, but I will say that we are immediately going into the ban list on Monday. The ban list comes out tomorrow, which we can talk about that a little bit, which should be exciting. So we got our ban list tomorrow, and then immediately on Monday, Eagle's Nest will start honoring the ban list so people can get as much practice as possible. I think what it comes down to here at Eagle's Nest is do you know if Nationals is EX10 or is it BT22? I think it's BT22, right?
I think it is 22 because EX10 won't be out for a week.
I think it's like out the same week or something, and then
and their philosophy is that the set needs to be out for a full week. They don't pull a Konami and drop a new set the Friday before a YCS on Saturday.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So
you see people scrambling for all the new cards the night before.
Yeah, that's awful. But to finish that point, it's we probably are going to try to maintain a nationals legal tournament for as long as possible for players, so people can get their practice for Dallas on September 20th. So I think that is something key to remember here at Eagles Nest, is that we're trying to make sure our players get the practice they need for the relevant tournament that's coming up. As much as we might want to switch to EX10 and early.
Well, EX10 isn't EX10's official release the 26th?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, it would make sense for the tourney to be, because if Nats is happening before official release, then yeah, there's no reason to not do that. No, never mind. I'm looking at it right now on the website. EX10 official release is September 19th.
I see.
So yeah, actually, if the official release is September 19th and you said Nats is the 26th?
20th.
Oh, 20th. Yeah, okay. So it is definitely not legal for Nats, because that would be a Konami. That'd be a Konami signature move. Right there.
I mean, they've done it. They haven't done that, but we've definitely had a nationals the week after. Like, they definitely drop a set the week before a nationals or something, just so it's legal for Nats, and it's like, oh god.
Yeah. I think they have. I don't know if it's been officially stated anywhere in the tournament rules documents or anything, but yeah, 1 week is safe, but not 1 day, not the day before.
You mean 1 week is fair game, but not a day.
1 week is fair game. Yeah, unless you're Konami.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do that, but I remember back in the day that was it, man. And I was playing the game, and I did not like the amount of money that I had to spend on cards.
That sounds rough, yeah.
One of the beauties of Digimon is that even, some people are saying all the game's getting more expensive and more inaccessible now, but
it kind of is a little bit, but yeah.
It is, but in comparison to Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic and Pokemon, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not batting an eye yet.
It's not quite there. I come from a world where I spent $150 for one card. And I needed 3 of it.
Yeah, I remember
to play the deck.
You would have been really close to when Ash Blossom first came out, right? I remember when that card dropped, it was like $60 to $80, and you needed 3 of it, at least.
I bought 2 boxes and pulled all 3 of them and
busted.
I was like, sweet, sweet, man, I'm done. God bless. Although, actually, I think Ash came out and on release it was like 40 or 50, because people thought it'd be good, but they didn't think it'd be like
that good.
They didn't think it'd be a 3 of in every deck, right? Everyone was like, oh, this is a side card, but everyone was able to acknowledge its generic goodness, but they just didn't understand how ubiquitous the card.
They didn't believe in how ubiquitous. That's crazy to think of now when you go back, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, and then now Ash has had a lot of reprintings, right, to make it more accessible.
That's true.
But anyway, we're looking at Digimon, not Yu-Gi-Oh! And I see a Ordinamon on the board that has stayed on the board for a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
So
we broke the board, and then we needed a Sakuya to do something. We've healed back up to 3, but do we have blockers now? I don't think we still. I don't think any of these Angemons are blockers, are they?
Angelomon Inherit that gives blocker. I think the one under the suspended Maste is the right Angelomon. It's hard to tell on webcam.
It is. Absolutely.
But I think, let me see here. Alt Heart. I think there's multiple Angelmons as well. No, one gives Sec Plus, the other one gives blocker. Yeah, I think, well, if they don't have it in that gigantic Ordine stack, then I'd be surprised. But I'm pretty sure I'm seeing the reflection on the Anduin ones in both stacks.
I think it's one of the alt art ones, right? Or
Yeah. So it looks like the alt art. It looks like it's the BT11 alt art, which is the blocker one. So
it looks like our players went to time here. I think it's probably a 1-1 draw from them. Mastimon can't slow down the game.
Yeah, man, you always hate to go to time.
Yeah, it always feels bad. I try so hard not to hit time. Like, well, no, this was actually game 2. So Marshmallow Ruffian on Sakuya actually Sakuya actually takes it 1-0 against Mastimon here. Or no, is it 2? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But we'll just go to another round. If you need, the way we do it here is if you ever need a break, you just say so and get up, get water, whatever you need. We sometimes just run it back-to-back rounds without really a care in the world. Just too much yap.
I came prepared. So I came prepared. I got my water cup right here. We're chilling.
All right, sick. All right. We can go. Where do we want to be? We got, yeah, we could get, we already got Rascal maybe, so we can go, oh yeah, let's go table 2. I think we can do table 2. We just sit at table 2 again. And that should be 2 players we haven't seen, B-Wave and Gamma Cygni, which I think is Cygnus, so yeah. Which I've been informed Cygnus is not based on the Saint Seiya character, so I'm very sad about it, which, I mean, but technically speaking, they all come from the same place, so it's all the same shit. Oh, I love this Terriermon mat, though. Oh, that's so good. I've seen this before, I feel, but it's look at that.
Terriermon. It looks really nice. I always wonder where people get their mats. Obviously, these ones look like they're custom made.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I forget where the Three Musketeers one comes from. I think that's... There's that one, some regional. Oh yeah, there we go. Digimon Championship. So
yeah,
you can see the participation mat. I forget.
Yes, I think it was the participation mat for Nats last year. It was part of the reason why I wanted to go, just to grab that one, but couldn't make the trip.
Ah, bummer. No, Orlando was so fun. I genuinely like. I wish they did Orlando again. I'm gonna be honest.
It always feels bad to get an invite and then just not be able to go.
Yeah, for sure. Just real life got in the way, I assume. Or
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It can be that way. I'm in the military, so sometimes the military says, "Nah, bro."
No, fair enough. People made it. Did you get to try Elysian at all?
No. I didn't. I applied for it, but I was not one of the lucky few.
Same. What's your overall thoughts? I'm sure you've perused the YouTube world of what everyone's thoughts.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the like the general gameplay, and East gave some good criticisms that I agree with.
What do you say?
It's very obvious that the UI and everything takes from Master Duel. It's heavily Master Duel inspired.
Mm-hmm.
But
which is not a bad thing in chat.
Yeah. I mean, no need to reinvent the wheel, right?
Absolutely.
I wonder how the UI will work with managing cards in hand. So like it's obvious that it will be fine with, I think it was like 10 to 12 cards in hand.
Right.
But there hasn't been, well, there isn't a deck that exists in the game right now in Elysian, because they're playing like a modified BT1 to 3 with some new decks, which I think is pretty cool. So it's not just a straight up, oh, we only give you old cards, and that's it. The fact that there are completely new decks and new Digimon that don't exist in
that didn't
TCG,
exist,
that didn't and still don't, and who knows when they'll actually print them. They may never print them. In the in the card game,
in the physical
right now,
card game, I can
because
see. I don't know.
They're not good.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, they're not modern at any means.
Like the Rubius Dramon, that is not a good level 6, but it is a functionally unique level 6 that doesn't exist in the game right now.
Yeah. Or was it the Yukimon that literally has ice clad before ice clad?
Yeah. I don't know why they did that. Like, ice clad exists in the TCG.
I feel like they were trying to preserve. I feel like almost they were trying to preserve like that BT3 vibe of like, well, ice clad didn't exist, so like let's just write it on the card instead.
Instead of doing what they did when they release any new keyword, which is put the keyword on the card and then just put parentheses around the text and explain it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The first time they released like scapegoat, right? It was like scapegoat, and they would have parentheses around it to explain what the keyword does. So I mean, they could just do that, but the fact that they didn't do that is, I mean, it's a beta, right? So they could always go back and just throw the throw the ice clad tag on it.
Yeah, and just move on. Yeah,
right. Like replace the all turns.
That's the beauty of an online, right? Because it's like, well, they could just patch and change whatever.
Yeah, they do have the freedom to do that.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for more like modern, like a more like closer to like you alluded to Master Duel, like they're like I talked about this on Monday, but like I watched the Digimon video on like where they reviewed it, they on their little podcast. I was like Omni for Game podcast, I think it is. And he and his crew are like so excited, like of like in the sense that they were so excited to be like, I get to replay Shine Greymon BT2, and I know exactly what deck I want to play for every, like this is with the presumption that they're just gonna go down the list. They're gonna go BT4 or BT5 and like preserve those metas. And he was so excited to be like, I get to relive BT5, and I'm like, I hope no one gets to relive BT5. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, some people though, they view BT5 format as like the peak of like interactive back and forth Digimon.
That's crazy. Right? Someone really looked at Rookie Rush and said that's the peak of interactivity.
Well, it was Lord Knight, right? Lord Knight was king in BT5.
Well, it was both, right? It was Lord Knight and it was Lord Knight Rookie, and regardless, I said BT5. That's my gripe, but like, just in general, right? Like, it's just like, I'm very anti like the classic vibe of like reliving something. So like, I hope we get different formats and we get newer.
Well, like, they've already established that that's going to be the case, because otherwise there wouldn't be completely unique. Yeah. It's not even it's like Rubius-Dramon. It's not just the level 6, right? It has its own unique line, right?
Mm-hmm. Along with Yuki. There's even new options, right? Tyranno and Diaboro got new options.
New options, new tamers. There's a Black Saphagamon line. Like, what? So
I'm just hoping they lean more that way than like, you know, just one new line per set probably isn't enough to really change what those metas were like.
No, but that is one way to keep it fresh and give players a reason to play it, other than that it's just an online thing.
Right.
So I mean, I have high hopes for it. I'm curious to see how they're gonna do the monetization aspect, because I have to be able to pay for the real cards because I play the real card game.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they did. Yeah. I wish they could now do codes, but because it's not like 1-for-1 the card game like Pokemon or Fusion World, they really can't do 1-for-1 the card game, right? Or they can't really 1-for-1 give us like codes at the back of every pack, right? So
I'm just looking at what's happening here with the gameplay, and it looks like the Crossheart player just popped off.
Yeah, they got their full combo down.
Got the pieces checks with Meteor Rock Soul.
Ooh, do they have the tamer? No tamer. Bummer.
But you were talking about BT17 Matt and Ty, which is what Zeal here has, and the play that he did the last turn was completely only made possible because he had BT17 Matt and Ty. Right. He did the whole promote, slam Wargrey or slam Metal Guard, Digivolve Wargrey, and I'm assuming he only had Alter S in hand.
Right.
So he did an Alter S swing, spit them both out. Like he that play is only possible.
I have a bad habit of always looking at a card at their worst, personally. And just the worst case scenarios, I'm still trying to find a piece, and this is the tamer in my hand, and it is just awful in that world.
Yeah. Well, there are some people that just say, screw it, I'm just playing 4 copies of Mirai for the same reason.
Right.
That is incorrect.
You don't like the mirror in the deck? I kind of like it, especially if you're on the.
I don't like it at 4. I don't like it at 4.
I'll give you that.
It is way overkill because it only has one target. Right? It only has the Nokia that you can use to play.
Right.
So it's kind of a.
My defense of it was going to be like if you're on that Agumon, you have more color diversity in your tamers to like maybe more consistently hit that 3 color threshold. But otherwise, I do agree with the point of like 4's too much for sure.
I will say that the argument for the 3 colors is, I mean, it's not nothing, but it comes up far less than you think. Because one, you have to draw the Agumon first, and then you need to already have the pieces in your hand to use it, and then your opponent also needs to not have a 10k Digimon, because if they do, then you don't.
Hey, we just won the game off of that Matt and Ty. No, oh no, we didn't. Wait,
what?
No, we didn't. Never mind. We end of turn DNA. I always forget I forget Omnimon DNA has like the 2 different combinations of like. You need the rookie to end of turn DNA or your Mega's DNA. Or wait, no, I'm thinking Alter S, the Mega's DNA, you don't they? Ugh, it's so confusing sometimes. Yeah. So you need the rookies always.
Well, it's more if you use the end of turn DNA to make Omnimon, the BT22 Omnimon attacks as part of its when digivolving effect.
So you miss on the tie, right?
Which means you can't, well, it's not that you necessarily miss, it's just that you can trigger it, but you're already in the middle of an attack, so you can't do it again. Right? Like you can't attack twice in one attack.
Yeah.
But this is another reason for the BT17 Matentai is if you let's say you stick a Wargray and you just don't have Metal Garuru.
Yeah.
You can just hard Evo into Omnimon for 5.
And still
use its effect and swing. Or like actually this was a situation that happened. It wasn't that I didn't have Metal Gar, it's I got de-digivolved. So I made an Omnimon, and then I got de-digivolved down, so it was a Wargray with a Metal Gar inherit, right? And I just manually evoed into Omnimon for 5, did the swing with his effect, unsuspend from Metal Gar, trashed 1, checked 1, and then he was at 0, and I was able to actually use Ty there to end of turn swing for game. Right? Because you do your first swing with Omnimon's when digivolving, and then you hit on the end of turn and can swing again.
Yeah.
So it's just another niche interaction, but the more niche interactions you can cover, the better.
How much is this E cross 6 gonna be? Minus, I see 3.
2, 4, 6. Reduced by 6, so it's for 5.
And we still get to attack. We get to delete the Omni, I think. Yeah, because we're going to minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be 10k. We're less. Omni gets deleted, but we have partition. Oh, we don't have part. Oh, I guess we.
Only 4. It's only minus 4. Red, yellow, green, black.
You're still less than. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he's 1k. He has 1k over. Wait, Omni. Yeah, he doesn't have Nokia. Okay. So he swing, he pop. He would decode, but there's the board wide DP minus, right? So.
Or decode, not partition, yeah.
Yeah, decode.
And Agu for game. All right, so we're going to go to game 3 here.
Man, it totally looked like the Omni player was going to lose there because he got E-Cross 6 and Meteor Rock sold, lost 4 security.
Yeah.
But he managed to be able to pull it back.
This is round 2, sorry.
Shoutmon, so I'm a huge Shoutmon player as well. I've been playing Shoutmon since BT10. If you ask like Michael or any of the longtime players in Eagle's Nest, I am known for Shoutmon, for Beelzemon, and for Omnimon. I've been playing those 3 decks forever, and all my success has come from those 3 decks for the most part. And Shoutmon, man, Shoutmon is so much fun. I think it's just the Digicross mechanic as a whole is so interesting. It's just an interesting way to play the game, right? You're not digivolving up. You have a little bit of it, but it's not it's not there. You're just focusing on assembling pieces, putting them under your tamers, and then creating your Megazord, and it has so many different plays that it can make. It's very free flowing.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem that Crossheart has is it has no defense.
Yeah, that's always my like considerations. Like, yeah, it's a lot of piece collecting, and then like hopefully you win with all those pieces, but like you have no like backup plan or way to like interact with your opponent, I guess. I mean, like the interaction you do have feels like interaction to like guarantee that you get to turn your big E across 6 sideways that turn.
Yep. And it was the same with Shot 1 Cross 7 back in BT
11.
11, yeah. Or not 11, because Cross 7 wasn't 11.
Oh, okay. So 12, 13? Must have been 12 or 13.
Because BT 10 is when Crossheart first came out, and then no, it was 11. 11 is when Cross 7 came out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that's when they actually got a full thing. But when Crossheart came out in BT 10, it was just Cross 4 and Cross 5 Rush.
Yeah,
that we got to play.
And they tried to give you things like the purple cross guy that goes with the Beelzemon guy.
Yeah, that was a meme.
And none of those cards ever saw the light of day after being opened in a pack, man. It's crazy.
It's more that it's not that you couldn't make them. It's just that the payoff wasn't good because you'd have to play the Crossheart Beelzemon, which is not a bad card. Well, I mean, it's not as good as the other Beelzemons, but in the context of Crossheart, it's not horrible. It's just that the payoff for being effectively a dead card, and like Greymon is effectively a dead card in EX6, right? Like Gray doesn't do anything. I've played probably over 100 games, and I have never digivolved into I have digivolved into Greymon once. Because it can only digivolve on top of a black or a blue level 5. And there's only one level 5 in the deck that meets that requirement. But that also means you need to have the 5 on the board. So it's just very unlikely. So Gray, for all intents and purposes, is a brick. It only serves to be a Digicross material. But it's worth it because, EX6 is a powerhouse of an offensive card.
Yeah. And that's why we see people take advantage of was it the DX Shaman DX instead?
Oh yeah, DX is incredible.
And I'm noticing here for the Omni player, they're very much more leaning towards the BT17 line of everything. Funny enough, once again, Ty and Matt, if you just have it, this is actually kind of nasty early. I'll give you that.
He's doing something similar to what I play in the deck, almost exactly. Like I see the Secret Greymon, right? A lot of people have been off of that, but I swear by it. I play 2 in my Omni deck, but he still plays the Black Egg, which is interesting because if you're playing the Black Egg, that means you're incentivized to play the Black Rookies. But Greymon can't Evo on the Black Gabumon, so it's just one less target that you have to put on top of it.
Gotcha. Here we partition out the Melga and the War Gray. Is there ever a world you partition out I'm calling it partition for the sake of simplicity, but you partition out the Melga and maybe the Agumon, so then you can immediately warp that into a War Gray? Or is this
with Alter S you don't have the choice. You have to play out the
Oh wait, right. It's either a Melga or a War Gray. It's a Gray or a Garuru, my mistake.
Yeah. They printed the new Alter S and worded it so that you can mix them, which I think is a mistake. They should have kept it pure and said Crest-Guru and Blitz Gray. And then you wouldn't be able to abuse it in.
I think it's because they also wanted the the interaction where the Sagittariuses and stuff DNA themselves. I think they wanted that.
Yeah, I think that was the intent. But the fact that if your opponent is able to keep turn with Alter S, they can just 5-0 and win the game. With Alter S, it's just a little silly. But Crossheart hanging in there. But the primary weakness of Crossheart having no defense is really starting to show, because assuming he's able to find all his pieces and make an E-Cross-6 to delete the Omni and Overflow, it's impossible to win the game from his position. Like you can't do 5 checks and get the swing for a game, at least with the resources he has right now. So it's pretty rough spot. You can do some fancy things with Crossheart, but a lot of it involves your tamer setup.
Gotcha.
Like you can do fun things with the Shoutmon, right? Like Shoutmon, Digivolve into Omni Shoutmon, swing, did play another Shoutmon, Digivolve into Omni Shoutmon.
Is there a world where you play like,
rolling.
because this is a tamer heavy deck, is this a deck that's in the candidacy for Digital Gate Open, or do you just have enough consistency with finding Taiki that it doesn't really matter?
You probably could, because it doesn't just search a tamer, right? Digital Gate Open searches it actually adds a Digimon and a tamer, not one or the other.
Right, so you can plus a card, yeah.
So in a deck like this where you're playing, the standard is 11 tamers. With Digital Gate Open, you're actually pretty likely to reveal a Digimon and tamer in the top 3. So you can add both, and then you can delay it on the next turn to play any of your tamers for free. Because the most expensive tamer you play is the 4-cost Taiki, or the triple tamer. So you can play any tamer you find for free off of Digital Gate Open, and it adds you a Crossheart piece and a tamer. Right? It actually seems like a perfect card
for the deck. Yeah.
But
E-Cross-6?
Crossheart is...
Ooh, this is an expensive E-Cross-6.
It's for 5. It's not the end of the world. You only need 3 pieces to have it cost 5. And he's going to have enough to pop the Omnimon, right? So he's going to overflow.
So you keep turn, yep.
Yeah. So it's okay being expensive. Realistically, I think he could have not put in the Raptor even. He could have just made a 2-piece E-Cross-6.
Think he needed the colors to actually clear the Omni is the problem?
He only needs 4 colors. So actually, yeah, he could have kept the Jaeger. But
I see what you're saying. Yep.
But with the extra 2, he died in security. It looks like.
That's a little rough.
He knew the Alteress was there, so.
That's kind of ideal, though, right? Reset our pieces. Maybe I don't. Maybe there's not a clean way to get the E-Cross-6 back. But if we drew into another one, we've played 3 BT10 Taiki, so search has been done. King Shao.
Oh my God, King Shao! This guy, did he copy my list?
Maybe.
He's playing I play 1 King Shao and 1 Superior, and there it is.
There we go. We grabbed.
There's the King Shao.
Yeah, we grabbed the E-Cross-6 back, so we're ready to loop it again. However, we do have 2 Mat and Ties on the board, which is kind of sick. DoorDash is here. Chat.
Yes, I'll be right back.
What do you think he's getting? You think he's like Taco Bell? You think he's a Liv Moss kind of guy? Or is it like a have it your way kind of guy? Like are we taking bets on what kind of guy Kupo is? Burger King's your bet? All right, we'll find out. Did Omni win there? Oh wait, yeah, it was just promote rookie swing, right? Omni just wins. Are we just kind of dumb?
All right, I have returned. It looks like my wife ordered food.
Oh, so we were betting on what you ordered. It was actually her. All right. Well, is she a Liv Moss kind of person? Have it your way. What was it, buddy?
It looks like it's some form of Persian/Indian food.
Oh, there's no cool slogan for either of those.
It's called. It has kebab in the name.
So. I see. All right, I gotta find us another table. You know what? Table 3 looks good. Wow, that's a really cool. Is that like a Persona Beelzemon?
Beelstarmon. My wife's favorite Digimon. And it says top 4. So they won it from something.
Top 4 from...
It's in the upper right corner.
Yeah, in the bottom right it says something. So I mean, I'm thinking that's where it was from. It's really cool art though, for sure.
Yeah, whatever tourney they won that from, that looks pretty sweet. And then what are we looking at on the other side?
A Defeat. It's crazy to me we haven't seen another copy of Defeat in all these sets.
Yeah, Zwart Defeat. It got one printing. BT5.
Yeah. And we've never seen it again. It looks like this is a Guillemon. I don't know what the Beelzemon playmat's going to be on.
Birds.
Oh, it's birds? Oh, birds.
See the bird.
All right. How do you feel? Where are you at with the ban list while the players are still doing their setup turns? Like, what do you want to see? What do you think's going to get hit? Like,
I think most of the player base has come to the consensus that the Growl X got to go.
Mm-hmm.
At least, right? Just the Growl X and the Gravity Crush.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also in the same boat that you should just put the Tropical Venom and Parabolic Junk to one ahead of time. Just put them all to one, just to
do it.
As a precedent.
I'm okay with waiting and letting them letting players break those before they get hit. Yeah, I'm a little more like, I don't want to say I'm a chaotic guy, but I'm just like, I want to know the reason it gets hit, right? I don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
So like either way, I'm not like, it's not a hill I'm gonna die on, but that's where my mindset goes.
So one nice thing about Bandai is that they do put an explanation, right? Because there are other.
I never believe those explanations. I never trust them. Lobomon, their explanation was like, well, people aren't playing Magna Gururu. We don't want them. We want them to play more Magna Gururu. Like, yeah, okay. That's why. Ugh.
They basically said it limited design space.
No, is that what they said? Because I felt like
something like that. But basically, you could read that and interpret it to be, we want people to play Magna Gururumon.
And guess what happened? No one still played that dog shit card.
Yeah. It's But anyway, so Growl X got to go. Grav Crush has to go. Some people I've seen some people in the boat that the Garuda X has to go.
Maybe
I can see the argument.
I could see it
behind it, because free X. Well, so the reason why is because it grabs any red Digimon, right? It doesn't have to be in the line, and it gives anything rush, right? And
it's a little too generic. I could see that.
It's like being able to grab any red Digimon is just asking for it to be abused, and then on top of that, you give it the ability to give anything rush. It doesn't even have to be the Garuda X that you made, right? So you can play something else. And the whole thing that people are unhappy with, at least with the Growl deck, that makes it so good, is it's unlimited. It feels access to rush, right?
Yeah.
Like you're allowed. I'm a firm believer of you're allowed to do strong things in card games, and that's kind of the whole reason we play card games, right? We want to be able to do a strong thing, but
doing it a lot's the problem.
Strong thing is. Yeah, it's a matter of how consistent is that thing, and just general like fun, right? At the end of the day, if you're not having fun playing the game, you're not going to buy the cards.
Yeah,
like you're not incentivized to keep playing. And I know a lot of players. We were talking about like the mass exodus of players that happened in BT9.
Yeah,
it fundamentally changed BT9.
It was
fundamentally changed the way that the game.
Yeah, it was it BT? Because I think it was like 11. I feel like it was to be fair, it was all the kind of the same. It kind of all flowed into the same problem of like OTK wasn't fun, but it was like that arc of BT9 to 11 because it culminated with 11. Because in my eyes, 11 was the
it definitely culminated with 11. But 9 introduced the mechanic, right? So that's why I say like the game fundamentally changed with BT9. It's just that people didn't realize it or realize like the extent of that change until 11, when it was like in full power, like abuse for everyone to see.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I think Garuda X, if you're hitting the Growl and you're hitting the Grav Crush, I could see a world where Garuda X can stay, but it's just a matter of time before it gets abused by something else. The whole thing about purple for the longest time in Digimon was that they had powerful on deletes and they wanted to do stuff with their trash, but they were always held back by having to rely on your opponent in some way, right? Like you had to swing in security, and you were hoping that it would be deleted, right? Or something. There was always that aspect of, I need to rely on my opponent to deal with my guy. I need them to remove me, or I need my guy to die in security. And the Phoenix X kind of being able
removes that.
Yeah, it removes that whole part of, oh, I no longer care at all what my opponent is doing because I just turn sideways, and regardless,
I get my junk no matter what, unless I'm literally hitting a Kakaitis breath.
Yeah, it's a critical mass of cards that made the deck what it is.
Yeah.
But I think you could probably keep it. It's not really.
That's where I'm at with Phoenix X. It's not like it's like dominating like the top cuts of tournaments, right? Like I know the Growl engine in general is like seen a lot in the top 16 of decks right now in terms of tournament results. However, I definitely like, it's one of those things where it's like, hit the Growl X, hit the Grav Crush, and I already know Phoenixmon players already, like, I already know you guys don't even, like, some of your lists don't even run Grav Crush, right? But I think it's fair to say that, like, you can at least give them the like, hit the Growl X, hit Grav Crush, see where we're at, and then maybe look towards, like, maybe it is, because I would say it's probably those two cards if we had to hit birds in some way.
Well,
I just don't.
It's not even, you're not even hitting birds if you hit those two cards. You're hitting the
Growl engine again still.
The growl stuff that the birds are taking advantage of, and then they maybe have to actually go back to playing the Beelzemons, the birds, right? That it was designed for. But that's I don't know.
Protoform would be a nice hit. Protoform, I could see Protoform finally seeing its way out.
Protoform is I think it's a poorly designed card.
I think it's poorly designed only because immediately they gave us really, like, because like Protoform came out, and then you look at things like the Greymon X, right? The red black one, which like Evos for 3. You have that new Melga that's at 1, or not the Melga, but the Garuru level 4, also Evos for 3. There's been a trend of X's now being a little more expensive, right?
Yeah, level 4 X antibody Digimon usually. Well, so the standard is a level 4 X antibody that's 2 colors, Evos for 3.
Right. But like immediately, like, yeah, but like immediately we started using it on the was it the Cerberus, the Dober and the Cerberus, right? Which still Evo for normal level 4 and 5 costs. So it's like,
because they're not 2 colors.
Yeah, which I think this should have just been like, if they Evo'd for 3 and 4 respectively, I don't think we'd be in the same conversation with Protoform, maybe. But
it's obvious from a design perspective that Bandai puts some amount of value on the Digimon being 2 colors. Because
which I don't think is warranted. You think that's warranted at this point?
I don't know.
I think it depends. Like on a 3 and
confusing.
Like on a 6, sometimes I feel it. Like on the 6s where it's like we're looking at Dianamon right now. Dianamon being able to, like, does it do any purple thing? Like this Dianamon is just purple cuz, I guess. Like
yeah, I don't know. Does it do anything with the trash?
Does it? I don't remember. It strips 4 sources and then bottom decks something without one or sort, like, does it do a purple thing? It has Scapegoat? Does it have Scapegoat maybe?
No, it doesn't have Scapegoat. It does, let's see, trash, bottom deck, that's strictly blue. End of turn unsuspend, that's also strictly blue. If it said by deleting another Digimon unsuspend, that would be purple, but it doesn't. It just says unsuspend. So yeah, there's no actual like mechanical purple aspect to this card, other than it's purple.
I know the rest of the line is like has some draw discard, which is
draw
purple.
Trash, yeah.
But like, I don't know, like this card's just purple cuz.
It's purple because the 5 and 4 are purple.
Purple because I hate you, decaf. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the sentence. All right, is that fair to say? I hate when people use lore as like a reason for things now. I'm like,
but the thing is, like, it's the truth. Bandai has proven that is a very strong,
okay. So why are people allowed to go into Crimson mode? Huh?
Behind it.
Why are people? I don't see a Grandis card. Where's Grandis? You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're lore wise, like they're designing cards from a lore perspective, but at the same time, you also are allowed to play them from a mechanical perspective, and so it's when those two things clash that we see some problems.
Yeah. It's purple because nighttime is purple. I mean, that's fine. Like, no, I have no problem with the card actually being purple. I'm just saying effect-wise, it's purple just because. Like, there's nothing on the card that's like needed this card to be purple.
Yeah, mechanically, there's no mechanical reason for the card to be purple.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It doesn't fit into the color identity. But it's there because it doesn't make sense for the 4 and 5 to digivolve, and from a lore-wise perspective, yeah, like if your predecessors are purple, then why are you not purple?
Mm-hmm.
At least, right?
Looks like we are trying to do some sun and moon shenanigans. We spit out the 4, or we got a 3 down. Banana peeled. Now we're going into a 4 for free. Getting some more cards in hand. What could we be digging for? Another 5? Getting the Flaremon's nice because it's going to clear the Geo X before it's potentially a problem.
Have we seen what top end he plays yet?
We've seen just the Dianamon.
Okay. Because I know some Galaxy players have cut the fact that he's playing the Flaremon at all.
Probably means we're on a pure, is what I'm thinking.
Because I'm seeing some Galaxy players that are just not playing the Flare, right? Like, there's no reason to play Flare if you're playing Diana's as your top end. Or they cut the Flare to like 1 or 2. So, because I think its deletion is pretty bad for its level. Like, it deletes a 5k as a level 5.
Huh. I feel like we were a little inefficient with this turn. I feel like we could have... We evoed for free into our Flare when Flare could have evoed for 1 on top of our 4. And then if we still wanted to commit to this Galgamon play...
He still evoed for 1 because Flare...
No, we did free. Flare went into for free. Yeah, because we did this Ko and Sao, I think.
Yeah.
I think we could have routed this a little better, a little more memory efficient. We go into Cressy for 1 here.
Yeah. Speaking of cards on the upcoming list, I think a lot of people are calling for the Sayo and Ko.
I'm down for that. I'm down
to be banned, not even put to 1, just ban the card straight up. Because they have a new Sayo, right? And but namely the Sayo and Ko just
it's causing too many problems, right? Like that's where my brain goes. I'm just like we've had our time with it. You guys have a solid replacement for it. The Sayo is a great card on its own. And so like it's just causing too many shenanigans to happen. Like it's not like, again, like I tell people all the time, there's 2 methodologies that Bandai has to partake in when they are considering a ban list. There is the competitive side, and then there's the customer satisfaction side, and both of those are equally important to each other. And banning the Ko and Sao and Ko, blue tamer respectively, that's purely a customer satisfaction thing. I don't want someone to sit down and play a game of Digimon and just get turn skipped, right? Like just get rid of the card that keeps doing it and call it a day.
And we know that Bandai has the same stance, right? Like they've just straight up said it when they pair banned the
they introduced a whole new banning system, Keenan, right? Yeah. It was the Keenan and then one of the Ragnalord cards or something. That was like
the promo Zubamon. I think, yeah. But basically, like they've also proven that they don't believe that the possibility to turn skip your opponent like that without enormous setup should be possible. The reason why I have to put that caveat of enormous setup is because that's kind of the whole point of what Gaiomon's trying to do. Right?
Oh yeah, the new stuff.
I make a big set. I make a huge stack that says gain a memory when an attack target changes, and then I force you to attack me.
But I think the justification to save that one is it's like
not repeatable.
You also don't skip their turn at the start of their turn. Like the turn skip stuff is like
true. Actually, yeah,
is like you don't even get your draw. Right?
Yeah, you not even worse than that. Like let's say you had some tamers, you don't even get to unsuspend your tamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's start of turn is a point of interaction, or it's a space of interaction that your opponent shouldn't be allowed to have.
Because it's you said you played the big 3. Like when I think about Magic, like the start of turn is like synonymous with like you can't stop you can't turn skip someone's start of turn if you have start of turn effects, right? Like or start of at the beginning of your opponent's turn. Like the beginning of your opponent's turn includes upkeep, draw.
The very first step in Magic is untap. Is the untap
untap,
step,
upkeep, draw.
right?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So the untap step. I don't even know if it's like, I don't know if there are any cards in the game that interact during the untap step. I'm sure
that's what I'm
are,
thinking. I don't think
Magic.
there is an untap step in Magic. I think it is. You do these three in order. That is the start of your turn. Is doing this.
No, because there are plenty of cards that interact during the upkeep.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
So there's, and technically, I think there are some artifacts and other cards that
touch the draw step.
Well, not touch the draw step, but technically, like, I know there's like some older artifacts that you can like suspend to like, or suspend. You can tap to like tap down something else, a permanent, and so like technically, your opponent can untap their lands, and then you, in response to that, could tap your artifact to retap one of their lands.
Right.
Before the upkeep. But your opponent then has the ability to respond to that by tapping the land themselves, right? But then you can't hold. This is all like mechanics, but you can't hold mana between phases.
So you lose that mana anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so it's kind of there. It's just there's no real way to make that consistent without a ton of setup, right? And it's just not feasible. The problem with Digimon is the fact that a strategy like that is feasible in the current game, like in the modern game. And it doesn't take it takes some setup, but the amount of setup required is not, it's not like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the automatic win cons, like Destiny board or something like that, right? Like where you have to sit there and you got to have 5 turns pass with it not being interrupted, right? Like this is kind of I sit and raise and I play trainings and boosts until I find everything and then I win the game. Just the way that Digimon works from a mechanical perspective. It's hard to justify allowing the possibility of start of turn skips to work. So they should just hit it. And if they really want Galaxy to have a effect like that, because the intent was for you to DNA into Grace Nova on your opponent's start of turn, then they can reprint a similar effect and make it specifically you can only Evo into a Galaxy trade card.
Yeah.
Right? Like, or you can only play out a
Sun and Moon card.
A Sun and Moon. Like, yeah, they just have to archetype restrict it. Right? The Sayoko saying you can just play a level 3, right? And not a Light Fang Night Claw level 3.
People are saying
is the problem.
Thunderhog is even adding to the conversation, saying that the Apollo does the DNA for you. So
it does, yeah. It's but that's not like the original intent was for you to DNA on your opponent's turn, right?
Yeah.
So now, but realistically, like DNAing at the end of your turn versus DNAing at the start of opponent's turn, like there's some small differences, but yeah, I mean the fact that they printed the Apollo with that effect kind of shows that it's kind of what they want. And they may just have to give up on that idea for Grace.
All right, so we're doing some banana peel shenanigans here. We've gone into a Cressy, now we've gone into a Fira. We still have one more banana peel accessible to us.
Banana peel. Is that the co-scion?
Yeah. Well, that's just their effect in general. You banana peel the top card to the bottom. All right, here's the Digivolve for 1. This could have been for free. No, it couldn't have been. Well, this is not.
They gotta put the top card to the bottom.
So we are gonna do it. Gain 2 memory, but now we can activate potentially the Sunmon to go into a 5 for free. And from there, oh no, still not gonna do that. Maybe we already used it.
I think you already used the Sunmon for the 4
when we went into one of these 4s. Yeah. What's up, Trios Tribe? What's up, Navi? Play Draconoid. What was the intent of DNAing into on your turn? Just the intent is just to be able to say you did it, right? Like that is how they saw it. They wanted you to be able to say, I am DNAing on your turn. Isn't that cool?
Because realistically, at the start of turn space, like because it's before the unsuspend phase, like that's really all you're getting. Like the only additional advantage that you're getting.
Well, does the
Because
Grace
your
Nova have like
opponent's-
a DNA deleted Digimon? Because that gets around some protection sometimes, but they didn't have those
deletes-
cards at the time.
It deletes a Digimon with equal or less sources than himself. So there's really no difference between doing it at end of turn and start of opponent's turn.
Right.
Because the only action at the time, like this is pre-scramble, right? So the only start of turn interaction that there was in the game was your opponent getting set to 3 from their setter. So like,
Which you weren't touching anyway with that setup, so.
yeah, so like functionally, like what was, it's just kind of like a strange thing. But the reason why they had it that way was because you spit out the card, right? Before you DNA'd, you spit out the light thing or whatever, like the appropriate level. So and then you could possibly bounce it back to hand. So it wasn't for the end of turn DNA. It was for the while you were building up, you potentially bounce a card like a resource from your stack back to your hand for the following turn.
Yeah.
Which you couldn't do it if it was on end of your turn, right? Because then it wouldn't bounce back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, they just weren't thinking ahead at the time, which is fine. You know, people make mistakes. So it's not a card designed space-wise that Galaxy will miss because the new Sio is just strictly better.
Wait, how does this interaction work? I don't think we get the memory from Alpha. Is Apollo win and securities removed?
It is, yeah.
So we shouldn't get the...
Yeah, so security is removed. He's turned player, so Apollo triggers and deletes the Alpha before Alpha's trigger can resolve.
Right. Oh, wait, do we have... Do we have potentially on deletions that gain us the memory?
I think so.
I think
he had some on deletes.
Maybe that's it then. Maybe we didn't actually gain the Oryukin mode. Oh, we have protection in this stack though.
Yeah, the new level 4 and 5 having protection is pretty sweet. Although it's not universal protection. I remember it was
it's trait locked.
It's trait locked and it only stops deletion.
Ah, okay.
So if it still is perfectly able to be bounced bottom decked, you know, whatever. But for the cases of not dying in security, that's
same thing.
Plenty good.
Let's see.
I'm Mindy.
Okay, plays the Luna. I'm just glad that Galaxy gets to play more in archetype.
Yeah,
it's
I
a cool
agree.
Design space that they just didn't really get to use, and you know that they like it because the entire mechanic of the BT22 CS deck is basically just playing like Galaxy, right?
Budget Galaxy, I like to call it, because like every complaint we had about Galaxy, they rectified in. Unfortunately, they made it way worse, but they made it like it not being trait locked. They made sure to make it trait locked. It not basically that, right? There's like just trait locking more of the things and calling it a day. Like they still went out of their way to make it worse. Like there's way less memory gain, way less evolution reduction. Like you just don't get to play the game at the same speed as even if you were like a pure Sun and Moon deck versus a pure CS deck. Like the Sun and Moon deck is still doing everything just better.
Oh yeah, especially if you're counting the new support that it got. Yeah, 100%. It is. It's not even close. You know, it's funny that you mentioned the whole like they printed the same deck but worse. I think it was Michael that I was talking to yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, it may have been the day before. But he talked about like how that they're designing cards and like the trend that he has noticed, and that like if you notice in 21 and 22. There hasn't really been a spike in like power creep in the game, which a lot of people would say is good. But whatever, another thing that he noticed is that any support that gets released for a previously existing deck, right? So like we're looking at like EX10, Black War Gray.
Yeah.
It's new support. It's cool. It's functional, but it's not actually better than what the old stuff was, right? Like before, like it's not better than when Gray X was at 4, right? Like if you were to just play Black or Gray with Gray X at 4, that would be better than having the new support, right? But they want to support the deck, right? They want to give it some support, and in doing so, they give it this new angle of like you can taunt your opponent's Digimon, and Black or Gray Ace is an ace, so the intent is like, oh, you taunt their guy and then you evo into Black or Gray Ace, right?
Which is the new card that like restands a Digimon so you could raid into it. I think what is that?
Well, that's Gaiomon.
That's the new Gaiomon. I think that's so funny. I think that card's so cool. I want to see what.
Terrifying. It's I've played against it a couple times, and it's like you don't expect the amount of damage that thing can do.
That's fair. What do we got? A lot of people talking in chat, but I think that's going to be close to the end of the round. We got like a minute left. Let me go through some slides here. You guys are watching Eagle's Nest every Monday, 7:30 Eastern. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We have a weekly webcam tournaments for you guys every week with great prizing. We support everybody. PROXYS legal. Not really relevant right now since cards are pretty easy to get. But next week, right, banlist, like we talked about it, banlist is coming out tomorrow. We will get we are active. We're going to be live, I think, immediately the following Monday. So this Monday we will be playing with the new ban list and giving our players the most amount of practice they can possibly get with the new ban list, because we are closing in on our first of 2 yearly nationals now here on September 20th here in Dallas. Are you going, Kupo? I think he took a break. Okay. We are, and then so we'll get his opinion on if he's going to Nats or not. But become a channel member, helps me out, helps me do my thing a little better than everybody else. A little, that's wow, that is an egotistical. It just lets me do it. Like that's what I'll say. It just lets me do the things that I do at a more financially stable place. So I always thank you guys for those who have gone out of their way to become a channel member. It definitely does help, and it makes my life absolutely easier. Here's our weekly webcam schedule. I do know that DigiGuard United is no longer hosting tournaments, so we do have to update this, but DigiGalaxy's still going. We do have DigiGalaxy's Kupo Savior here, and so when he gets back to discuss, I will let you guys know. Or I'll give him the chance to speak on his tournament, on their tournament.
The DigiGalaxy tournament?
Yeah. Tell us about the DigiGalaxy tournament.
So, I mean, it's a tourney that we hold on Fridays in a similar kind of style to the events that we have like today. Previously, pricing-wise, we would have custom sleeves and mats. And we were doing some product, but the product, at least in our local area, we were trying to find a new store to go to, because our locals all of a sudden doesn't exist anymore. They went out of business. Which is sad to say for Digimon. You know, we love the game. I think Digimon is the most fun card game.
That's what I tell people.
Like, it's functionally unique, man. Like a lot of games feel like similar, like knockoffs to Magic or something like that. But like Digimon is so functionally unique. It's such a great game. So we want to have that availability out there for people to play as much as they want.
Right.
So we hold the tourney on Fridays. It's a similar kind of style, $10 buy-in.
And you guys stream it or no?
We do stream it, but it's recently we didn't stream like the last one, I think, because I was still trying to figure out my stream setup.
Oh, okay.
But I will stream it if we can get people to fill it up. It's kind of sparse. We usually average like 6 to 10 players. It just depends on the format. Recently now, like even like you were saying earlier, we've noticed that like player count for at least Thursdays at Eagles has kind of gone down just for a little bit. And I don't think it's a fault of the game as a whole. I think it may just be people are tired of the format.
Yeah, I think it's a collection of things right now. I don't like I've said multiple times now, chat, you guys have heard me on this spiel once or twice already. It's no one wants to sit down and play against 5 Omnimons for their 5 rounds, right? And Omnimon's just so popular right now. I don't even think it's like a tier 0 deck. I don't think it's like
5 Beelzemons, right? 5 Growlmon loops. Pick your top end.
Yeah, so like people are just kind of tired, a little bit of banlist waiting room, and then let's be real, it's summer, people are coming back from summer still, and it's like gearing up for school, they're gearing up for like our normal lives before we start going back into hobbies as a thing. And then on top of that, there's just more card games out right now. Like I was telling him, like Cookie Run just came out, Gundam just came out. Gundam has been disgustingly huge. Not disgustingly, I think it is reminiscent of how big One Piece was in the beginning, but we'll still have to see how actually big they get when it comes to Gundam. But Gundam's been really successful. There's been the Godzilla card game. There's just been a lot of little things, like Universes just came out with a Ninja Turtle set. So we're just hitting a lot of time for a lot of people to do other stuff. Final Fantasy in Magic, Spider-Man in Magic. Magic's been killing it with their latest sets, so getting a lot of attention. I just don't want to lose my money lunch money super. Yeah, no, 100%, brother. I feel you. So yeah, we're seeing it down.
There's no shortage of things to take your lunch money. So it's just a matter of where do you want to put it.
Yeah, that's fair. But to finish up our slides here, we can talk about Digipanda merch. As always, use the link in the description below to get access to Digipanda merch. I did tease his new playmat, but I found out that he teased his own playmat on his website, and so he's teasing the idea that it's definitely a Violet in Boots styled playmat. There may be an anime crossover that goes with it. However, definitely the star of the show is going to be Violet in Boots. And what's her Digimon? Necromon is going to be on it. So if you guys are looking for check out Digipanda's channel on his community posts. You guys will see a teaser for the Violet in Boots art. I'll tease that Necromon is involved in some way. Don't worry about that. It's not on the store yet. We're still in the release phase for the Digipanda playmat. So let you guys dwell on that for a bit. I am trying to do the Riftbound card game. This is like my general slide. We did do a Scribble.io stream with Panda and Curiosity and Hyper Coliseum. I think we're in talks about doing a live stream, like a live reaction tomorrow for the ban list. So maybe we do that.
That would be pretty hype.
Yeah. So like off of the success of Eggman. Eggman had a crazy stream for the One Piece waiting room ban list, so we're probably going to try to do one. Maybe we'll see. I'll let you guys know. As always follow. I mean, we have our own little clique, as unfortunate as I try to avoid cliques, because I just don't want to be part of the cool kids, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we have our little friend group, and we were talking about doing the ban list thing together. And then another thing I want to promote, I haven't promoted enough, I should promote it more. August 30th, which I hope doesn't cross with anything I'm doing. Yeah, no, so we're still good. August 30th, we're doing a Puerto Rico versus New York tournament. Yeah, no, it should be fun. If you guys remember Puerto Rico versus South Texas, that was a blast of a time. So we're also going to do one for Puerto Rico versus New York. Our 2023 world champion, Peter, will be part of Team New York. So that's really exciting if anyone is interested in that kind of... Risu too hipster to be popular. Brother, 100% I'm way too hipster to be popular. You can't touch this, brother. I'm too hot. I'm not part of the cool kids. But that being said, I think the round should be paired soon. And if you were to stream it, it would be on the tag I have right here on this screen, DigiGalaxy Gaming. Is that where you guys would stream it from? Okay.
I also could stream it on Twitch, but yeah, we usually will do it on...
Yeah, I think YouTube is just the place right now for the Digimon card game. It just gives you... The algorithm is just so much better for us, since we don't get our own tag or our own category on Twitch.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So... I thought the ban list was on Saturday the 23rd. I thought it was on the 22nd. Am I stupid?
It might be in the evening tomorrow for us, which is in the morning in Japan, or vice versa. If it's in the evening in Japan, then it'll be like 3 a.m. on Saturday for us.
Oh, but it is for us the 20. It is tomorrow for us, I think, because it is in the morning for them. So I think it's coming down at like 10:30. I think like there's a news post that I was following that has like the the time. So it is going to be tomorrow at like 10:30. So if we are live streaming, expect somebody's channel to be live in that time. I think they roughly estimated 10:30 EST tomorrow. Yeah, it was something like that. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, also Wolf Run confirming. Right? PM, yes, PM.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, and it'll definitely shape the
Nationals.
landscape of the game.
Right.
Yeah, one for nationals, but like the future of the game.
Mhm.
I can kind of see from the way that they're developing sets, at least with like 21, 22, and EX10 coming up,
Right.
that they're intentionally trying to slow the game down. The general speed of the game has gotten to a point that I think that they deem as unhealthy. And it kind of shows. Well, actually, I skipped. Yeah, so 21 EX9, 22 EX10. If you notice, like there hasn't been outside of the Growl engine. I think that was it. There hasn't been anything that was like that's been absolutely top tier. It's all like they're all decent. They're all fun to play. They all do unique things. But from a power perspective, there hasn't been anything like super game breaking. I think now here people are saying
the biggest thing is Omnimon.
Omnimon
The Alter
cannot be a
S.
contender. Yeah.
Right, like Alter S was like the biggest card to come out to really do anything. And you're noticing like even like people are worried about the gas stack, but like that's not like, at least here at Eagle's Nest, we haven't seen much success with it. And outside of Southeast Asia, I think other tournaments have happened, and the Guru Alter S deck still hasn't really taken off too much. Maybe it's just people hiding the spice for nationals, but we'll have to see, I guess.
It could be, but I've played the mirror match playing 22 CS Omni, not mirror match. I'm playing CS Omni, and I played against Gas, and I mean it's okay. But at the end of the day, it's like, did they find their stuff first, or did I? Like it doesn't actually do anything inherently stronger than 22 Omnimon. Like at the end of the day, the game plan is kind of the same thing. Right. It's just that they're able to abuse the Alter S more because they're using they get one swing, then they break into the Blitzgray and the Sagittarius, and then they use Blitzgray to Evo into EX1. And but the problem is they need to have at least 8 cards in hand. Yep. In order to remotely have a chance
to gain the memory back.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, to gain enough memory, because they have to slam the Blitzgray for 7, right? So they need to have the Tamer set up. They need to have the EX1 Metalgar with at least 8 cards in hand. And in order for them to accurately be able to do it, they actually need to have 2 of them. Because if they only have 8 cards in hand and 1 Mat and tie, that only gains 4 back, right? And you slam that thing for 7.
Yep.
So if they had to play a single card to search or whatever, they're not going to be able to keep turn.
Yeah.
So in order to keep turn, they need to Evo 2 EX1 Metalgars. So now they're asking for the stack to be built to have the Blitzgray, 2 Metalgars, and by virtue of that, they need to also have 2 Alter S's. Yep. It feels like it's more piece reliant, but it does have access to more draw. So.
Right. They have a lot of draw. That's the most fun part. I mean, Melga has just always had a disgusting amount of draw. That's like why I've loved that deck forever. I get to play the game with so many cards in my hand. Asking, is there a limit to the PROXYS in these tourneys? No, Artemis. The limit is whatever is currently legal. If you want to show up with, like, you're not, for example, the new LM cards just came out. Though, don't proxy those. Those aren't legal, right? However, if you want to show up with a 50 card proxy Royal Knights deck, by all means, like, you are allowed to do that here at Eagle's Nest. We kind of limit, we kind of try to make the barrier to entry as small as possible here. We are not affiliated with Bandai, so we could do what we want.
Yep, and we do the same thing for the DigiGalaxy tournaments. Our rationale behind it is like, you should feel free to play test at these tourneys. Well, also, I mean, you're paying to enter, right? So you should feel free to play whatever deck you want, and also not be limited. Like, if you feel you're being priced out of the format because you just can't pay at the time like $90 for a Medieval Gallant, but you really want to play a deck that plays 3 copies of Medieval Gallant, you should be allowed to do so. If you think that it gives you the best chance to win, right? Like, we don't want to give anyone the impression that, like, oh, you don't have a chance of winning because you don't have a budget to be able to play a deck that is good, right?
I also I'd also add to that same idea. It's just like it also just offers, it gives us the opportunity to offer the most competitive, viable roster possible. Like any tournament you go into for us, well, because we allow the proxies of any card, that people are playing essentially whatever they deem is the max power level of their deck. Like you said, like if someone wants to play I don't know, let's say Royal Knights, you need to play 4 Omnimon X's. Oftentimes you go to your locals, you play against the Royal Knight kid, and you're like, man, what happened to your Royal Omni X's? I didn't see any. It's like, oh, I only have 2, so that's what I run. Here,
I've heard that a lot of times where it's like you play what you have, right? And either your stuff's not arrived yet, or it's just individual cards are too high, like Omni X, like you said.
Yeah, and so because of that, our tournaments are just strong. I like to say that our tournaments are just stronger, and so the competition is stronger because of that. People are practicing against the best versions of everybody's deck, and no one's held back by. Oh, sorry, I only had 2 Omnimon, so now my Royal Knights practice in this matchup is kind of null because I didn't even play against an optimal, air quotes optimal. Obviously, cards can change, but when there's some truths like Royal Knights always plays 4 Omni X's.
Yeah, it's one less variable to take into account, right? Like obviously at the end of the day, player skill is the most important thing, and then the deck, and then then it's just kind of, did you draw a good hand or not? But by removing that whole element of, you effectively can have access to the entire card pool. Everyone has access to the whole card pool, regardless of budget. Combine that with an event that draws a lot of the best players in the world, and it's just a great and competitive environment to play in.
This is disgusting, by the way. I don't know if you're watching what's happening here on the screen, but
this is good stuff.
Oh my god, we went into our one of Mirage Galgamon, bounced a rookie, which it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, sure, we gained some memory and some stuff. Shenanigans probably happened at some point. It is not a big deal. But then we attack into Paladin mode. Jesus. Completely resetting birds. And now, I'm
surprised more people aren't playing it. It may just be because they're not playing decks that can play it.
Right, you have to be blue and green. Like, blue-green top ends can do it. And blue's kind of weak right now, I would say. Like, maybe I'm a biased blue player, but like in terms of top 16s, like other than like maybe the errant Pale Dramon, Imperial Dramon deck, like blue's not really in existence. I guess you can also count Sun and Moon, but like those would be the only 2 decks. And even then, those, I don't consider these 2 decks like,
if you're playing blue Toolbox Galaxy, I guess you're a blue deck.
All right, we get 2 checks in, and then it's just
definitely, I like, it's the perfect meta call, right? Like if you know that birds is, well, not birds, but like the Growl engine, right, is the best thing you can be doing right now, relies on the trash, then it would seem that like Paladin mode is the auto counter, right? But it's not that simple, because the whole Growl deck is level 3s and 4s plus whatever top end you want, and a bunch of 6s that you just play from your hand for free. Meanwhile, if you want to counter it, quote unquote, you need to evo to a level 7. A level 7 ace, by the way, that can overflow 5.
Yeah.
So
I would say Galaxy is kind of weak right now. I don't think we have any Galaxy topping recently in either any of the regions. So like in terms of like what blue deck is topping, it's just Imperial Dramon. I don't think I'm off on that. Maybe I'm crazy.
It's not weak. It's just not as good as what the best thing is.
Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah. It feels like it's on the same power level, maybe slightly higher than the rest of BT21, 22 stuff that you can be doing. But it's not top tier. Like Omnimon, I think, is the newest deck that has broken into what people would consider top tier. Which is funny, because Omnimon hasn't been top tier in a long time. When it came out in BT17, it was just a deck that people were like, oh, this is cool. And that was it. Like, the consistency factor was kind of what held it back.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
He's about to do the shenanigans. Oh, no. Okay, he's just tucking. Oh, he tucked to gain jamming. That was really smart.
Oh.
Use the Luna to tuck the Galga to gain jamming and swing. And then if he couldn't have finished it there, he could have done the Ko-Sayo to retuck the Luna under the 4 and Evo into a 5 for free.
Oh, and then just completely like make another line that shuts out our opponent. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. That was clever. I do think, oh, man, that Galgamon. I still think that Galgamon was like the root of all problems. Everyone likes to focus. The 6 is at 1. We can leave it at 1. But man, do I still think like it's that Galgamon is like the best card in the deck. Maybe it changes now with the new.
People are still calling for it to be hit to 1.
Oh, I haven't heard it.
Yeah,
but
I've heard some
I can believe you.
Of people that are still calling for it to be hit to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's a little obvious. Again, it's fine to do strong things.
Yeah. All right. So what do we? Both our players are mulliganing and shuffling. See where we end up with that.
Are you of the opinion that Royal Knights should be hit in some capacity on this next list?
Oh, that's a loaded question. I'm
not asking like what to hit. I have some opinions on what they should hit. I'm just saying, in general, do you believe it should be hit? With the assumption that like Graumon and Sakuya are going to get hit.
It's hard, man. It's hard because I'm like, I would say I would preface with this. If you asked me before 22 came out, and we were like, all right, banlist is tomorrow. BT22 doesn't exist. What do we hit? It's Growl Sakuya. It's Growl Sakuya Royal Knights. Right? Mm-hmm. But now I'm like, 22 has hit. I'm looking at the couple tournaments we've had for 22, and I'm like, what is this banlist even going to do, man? like, we have a Portugal event, and like the only relevant deck out of the 3 I just named is Growlmon. Like, you have a Jesmon, you have Omni decks, you have the Growl stuff in all its forms, you have a Levia and Omni, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Sakuya and Royal Knights are just kind of not around right now. I think Gen Con had a single Royal Knights break into the top 16, and it was at 16th place, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. My heart is torn on like, yeah, I don't know. I wish I could have a better answer than that. It's a weird spot, the ban list right now. Even when I'm thinking about it, some
people are trying to say like, oh, Omni X and Omeka, that combo shouldn't exist, and I'm like,
I agree. Well, that's where I would want to attack it, because I feel like that, at least again before 22, I feel like that combo was gatekeeping a lot of decks from playing the game.
Yeah, true.
Like, there's a lot of decks that just you have that set up as Royal Knights and you lose. You just lose, and there's nothing you can do about it anymore. So that's where I was at. That's where I was at. Where it, like, in my eyes, like, they were never hitting a secret rare. Like, the only other secret rare we've ever hit is a PROXYS. So you have to be that bad of a card to get hit. I don't think Omnimon. While Omnimon X is really strong and annoying right now, it's not that bad. So you'd have to hit the Omeka, but it's got to be one of the white cards, right? It's got to be.
I think they've said somewhere they also are trying to make it to a situation where they never have to hit a secret rare ever again, just for sales.
Makes sense.
Because a lot of like, obviously their bottom line, they don't care. Like, their bottom line is not affected at all because distributors have to order stuff 6 months in advance, right? So Like, they have to order.
Well, that's what Unification does now, right? Like, that was like everyone's big thing for 15 was like, oh, you hit the secret rare, so no one bought 15. I still don't think that's true. I think BT15 was really gas, like, even without a PROXYS. That, I don't know. I still don't think.
Yeah. Players got angry because the secondary market value of the cards tanked because the secret rare got hit, right? So then if secret rares get hit, you kind of are disincentivized to buy a box.
Right.
So that was the whole thing. And I have heard a lot of stores that did get burned.
On 15?
on 15. Like they ordered their usual like 2 cases or whatever, and they only were able to sell like 1.
Oof.
So then they just sat on a whole case of 15 for a long time.
That's wild, because I still think like 15 had so much good stuff in it. But maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm biased.
No, I mean it did have good stuff, right? The Guru stuff. It's just that they didn't sell as much of it as they normally would for what was normal for them for other sets. Right? Like, you know, if you're used to hitting a certain level and all of a sudden I tell you as a store that you're going to sell 50% less. Right?
Oh, I forgot they injected the LM cards in there. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I think
that's why 15 was. I still all right. So never mind. I'm redacting. Like I think the LM thing is what ruined 15 for most people, not Apocalypse. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just reaching. But either way, the LM thing, again, it's like. I think it's another situation where it was like multiple factors all at the same time, because people also don't like 11, and people are like, oh, the pull rates in 11 sucked because like you could get any common and uncommon foil, which I thought was awesome personally.
Yep.
But you also 11, they not only did they do that with the rares and the uncommons, they also added the campaign rares, I think they're called. I think that's where we got like the Doraemon, there was definitely I don't remember what exact suite of campaign rares we got in. That's where we got HPD, right? I think that's where we got the HPD altar. Was it? Wait, maybe
Was it that one? I don't remember. I never got an 11 box, so
11 had something.
I don't remember.
Full art Ghazi, Floodgate, and Commander. Okay, so you guys, I'm not wrong. 11 did have a campaign rare, so okay. Thank you, chat.
Yeah. Yeah, they keep experimenting with different kinds of things in the pool.
But they overdo it, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it was like if both things didn't happen simultaneously, like we'd be in a different world. I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah, I agree. But I think BT15 was the big one where like because it's the only instance where they announced a card and hit a card before it even came out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like Apocalypse was at full power for
a week.
I
commentated that regional. It was very funny.
I wouldn't say it's the first time because they did the exact same thing with Cross 4. In EX.
But Cross 4 wasn't a secret, right? So I guess that's the big thing.
Yes, Cross 4 was not a secret rare. That's what caused the major pain point. It was the major pain point was that they announced a card and it came out and got banned a week later, and it was one of the secret rares.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember where I saw it, but basically Bandai has essentially said that they're not gonna hit a secret rare
ever
in that capacity. Not like hit a secret rare ever, but they're not gonna hit a secret rare like that, where
like so early into its life cycle.
Released, where it gets released and 1 week later gets hit. And I would even argue, I would take that one step further and say they wouldn't release one and then on the next ban list it gets hit. Mm-hmm. If anything, if it's going to get hit, it's going to get hit way down the line from some other form of synergy that comes out in the future that abuses secret rare.
Right. But fair.
It's not gonna be like any time in the current cycle.
Right. 10 o'clock. Just at least we are now at 10:14 Eastern. So if you I think we can pre-order the new LM set if you guys are interested in it. I think it should be, the pre-orders for it should be live. And I'm not a finance guy. I'm never gonna tell you how to spend your money, but I definitely going to be a hypocrite and tell you that it's probably in most people's best interest if you guys see yourself playing the Digimon card game in March, should probably pick up 2 copies of the LM set here that just went live for pre-order. So we got the introduction of the new trainings, which the dual, I don't know what we're calling them, dual trainings, crazy. And then we are also finishing the final 3 memboosts that we don't have access to, which is very exciting.
Is this a premium Bandai exclusive one? It looks like it might be. It looks like it's the same packaging as the other LM set that we got, and you could pick those up in stores.
I'm not sure. I'll be real.
Yeah, it's the same package. Look on the Premium Bandai website. They put it in that. Did you ever get the last LM set?
Yeah, yeah. Yes. It came in like that
It comes
thinner
in that
box.
skinny, the skinny rectangular box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same packaging. It's identical. Obviously with the different artwork on the top, but like it's the exact same kind of packaging. Same price too, 35 USD. So I'm wondering if you'll only be able to get it from Premium Bandai, because the other LM set was a product in stores that you could just pick up.
Maybe. I mean, I hope so. I know Canada struggles with this Premium Bandai stuff, so for their sake, I hope they get something on their a win in their books. This game has been interesting, by the way. We went into a Galgamon that got immediately answered by an Oryukin Ace, but we've been able to reestablish a board, and I think they're just gonna win this turn, honestly. If we have Apollo, we just win the game. Oh, we're gonna do the same Lunamon trick. Protoform to hand. Dianamon.
Well, he didn't need to do that one because the protoform, I think he put the protoform there.
Yeah, probably. Oh, we do get a hit off the Cool Boy. That's nice. But I don't think it's gonna matter. We're probably trying to win this turn.
Man, Cool Boy, a BT9 tamer, still seeing play in multiple copies in the modern competitive metagame.
It's so good. It's such a good card, man.
It's because it's 2.
Yeah. If it was three, yeah,
it'd be a different thing. Even if in back like in BT9 when it came out, if it was 3, it would have still been broken. Because it's 3-cost tamer that searches, and then also for multiple times for the rest of the game will give you a gain 1, draw 1. So
that was the thing, though. It's like most people play this card assuming it's gonna whiff. Like people don't play it because it's gonna win you it's gonna get you a card on play.
That's funny. I mean, when it came out, the likelihood of whiffing was pretty low because everyone was playing X antibody decks. But now it's like it's
definitely still happened, but
so good later on.
Yeah, the extra draw is crazy.
Well, also the value, the individual value of the cards that you can hit now. It's not just like a generic Digimon in your line, right? Like Protoform as a card is so overloaded that like it's so worth it to find that card.
All right, so we got that game ended. So let's go find another one. We got. You guys want to see the Mastimon again? We can watch the Mastimon again. Why not? We got Michael on the screen too. He loves being on stream. Absolutely adores it.
You can see how interested he is in what his opponent is doing right now. We'll commentate Michael watching his phone. Okay.
Girl, who you texting? We're playing Digimon, Michael. Come on, get with the program. All right, so we hard played an Angelumon, and then we gain an extra memory thanks to Hokuto. Oh, so we're stuck on 4s. That's really rough.
Because he hard played a Digimon that's greater than level 3, Hokuto can gain the memory instead of draw. Hokuto also has the interesting secondary effect where if your opponent has 3 or more tamers, he'll also gain you another memory, start a main.
So is the ban list coming out tomorrow? Yes, the ban list is coming out tomorrow.
The ban list. Do they call it the ban list? Does Bandai call it the ban list?
They call it
I know like Konami doesn't. Konami is like, it's not a ban list. It's a forbidden and limited list.
No, I think they do. They call it the banned and the restricted and ban list. I think they definitely use the ban word. Yeah, thank you, Ryan, for giving us that time stamp again. XIV just DMCA'd Mare. What are we talking? What are you talking about, Wolfhorn? What are we talking about? 14 just DMCA'd. What is Mare? Is there something I'm missing? How many context, Wolfhorn?
FF14?
Are we talking about that? I've been
Man,
playing 14 again. God, do I
Yeah.
hate Atmos. Oh God, do I hate Atmos.
I played I have 2,500 hours in FF14.
Oh wow. Are you a big raider gamer, or are you just
I
Giga casual?
played. No. I went real hard back in 2018 was when I first started playing, and then
Okay.
of course I played it, over COVID and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I went real hard into raiding.
Oh.
I did some world racing stuff. I
Oh really? Wow.
did a lot of ultimate raiding.
Were you part of the streams? Like your team was on stream, like the Frozen streams and stuff, or no?
No, because I did it before it became popular.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
So before Frosty was like doing it when he was just doing it by himself.
I see. Okay.
So I never did that. And the team that I played with, we were like trying to break into it, so they were still looking for a solid roster of people. So I think our first showing, we ended up getting I think it was 60th or something like that. So it wasn't like top 10 or anything like that.
I still think week one, if you get your junk done week one,
that's the gold standard, right?
Yeah, that's the gold.
You can say you're a hardcore raider if you can clear the Savage tier in the first week.
Yeah, that's how I've always mentioned it. I never got. I was big. I'm a big WoW guy. I'm a big WoW raider. I've got a couple cutting edges. I got Hall of Fame ones, etc., etc.
Oh yeah.
So I was there. I respected a lot of Final Fantasy. I still play Final Fantasy. It's just I cannot. Ultimates are too long, man. I do not want to progress an ultimate fight. It is
But they're so satisfying. They're so satisfying.
It's an entire episode of SpongeBob, brother. I just can't. It's too long, dude. Oh my God, just imagine rewatching the same episode of SpongeBob over and over again. I can't do it, man.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. It takes a certain level of discipline for sure to just endure that. Mm-hmm. Even if you get the mechanics perfectly, it's like, oh, someone else wiped 15 minutes into the fight. Time to start over.
Yeah, that's the part that I couldn't cross when it comes into ultimates. But Savage is fine. Savage, I'm happy with Savage.
Yeah, Savage is solid. Savage is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But there's no. I rated in WoW as well. I think I got one cutting edge. I played WoW for a very short amount of time. Gotcha. And I remember I got cutting edge for Gahoon.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So that was a fun raid tier, and really the only one that I did.
What is Mare, by the way? Does anyone know what Mare?
Yeah, I have no idea.
What does that mod do? I guess I should ask. But anyway, we have Royal Knights versus Mastimon. Mastimon actually achieved their DNA this turn. Unfortunately, they are looking at a Omnimon X. Does Mastimon have a? I guess the promo Mastimon gets rid of any Digimon, right? So. Yeah.
He does. No, he does not have Last Guardian. That is a Royal Knights of the Purge.
I'm just thinking, I don't think Mastimon has an out to. I think Mastimon is funny enough. We were just talking about. I think Mastimon's one of those decks that just kind of hard folds to a Mechamon Omni X. I know they have Scapegoat, but you just leave the Mastimon last and then bottom deck it.
They can't deal with the bottom deck.
Oh, is tournament over? Did our round 2? Let me check. Did our down pair? Oh, our down pair did lose. Ah, bummer. It looks like we are going to be done for the day. We can finish this match though. Did you see Mega Victory Bell, brother? I cannot express enough to you how much I'm not gonna buy a Switch 2 because I just don't think Nintendo knows how to make a game anymore. Everyone's jonesing about how good World is, and I'm or Mario Kart World, and I'm our other racing games have done this forever. There's nothing new here. The Sonic Cross World is infinitely cooler, and then what's the other thing? The Donkey Kong. I'm I don't know. I just watch people throw dirt at each other the whole time. Every clip I see is just I'm gonna pick up dirt, I'm gonna throw dirt. I'm okay.
I feel like Nintendo is the king of just redoing the same thing, and for some reason they're the only company that gets to get away with it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Everyone else, if they do the same thing 2 times or 3 times in a row, then everyone is up in arms, being like, "Oh, there's nothing original here." Mm-hmm. But But for like Mario Kart and for Pokemon, they're allowed to do the same thing for 20 years straight, and everyone just praises them.
Yeah, it's a tad silly.
Nintendo has the world brainwashed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Kirby Air Ride was almost good enough, but like, nah, you made me wait 20 years for a second Kirby Air.
20 years for this.
Like, no, I'm good. Nah, F that. I'm waiting for Xenoblade graphics update pack before I buy a Xenoblade update pack. You're buying the same game again. I can't. Like, I just can't do this kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I can't do the Switch because once you play games on a PC and you're used to 60 FPS, like, how do you play on a Switch, man? I don't get it.
I'm waiting for Xenoblade 4 or 2.5 for more Welsh Cat. I actually never got into Xenoblade, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I played the one Chronicles, the first one for the Wii U. Whichever the Wii U one was, I played that one. That one was okay. But I wasn't like enamored. Like, I played it because like the Wii U didn't have that many games, honestly. Yo, don't forget about GTA 5, lived 3 console generations and PC. I mean, yeah, I don't play the GTA, so I also think it's a little weird. But also GTA 6, I'm sure people are excited for. If not, then like just like $10. No, I have the games. It's just the graphics, which I believe is free. Oh, okay, that's fair. Or like $10. Okay, that's fair. That's good enough then. Oh, you poor soul. You played X, which is the worst. Oh, is it the worst one? That's funny. It's definitely definitive. I want to play without pop in and frame drops. Oh, I see. Oh, X Slander. Okay. All right. It looks like we got a debate brewing in chat while did we hard play? All right, so we
played Alphamon.
For full cost? Oh no, we swung rated into the psych and then we got to play the right.
And it looks like he swung over
the Devi but has retail.
Retail, yeah.
Yeah.
And let his OmniX die. So I don't know if it's if he's disrespecting or if he if he just is bricked and.
Man, girl, who are you texting? I said it once already.
Judging from the player's disinterest and the number of security cards that he has, I don't think he's worried.
Yeah, I think this is like the double-edged sword of Mastimon. Like, the removal sends it to the security, and unless you're playing like, there's one Mastimon. Or Angelwoman out there that gives Sec +1. Unless you're playing that specific one, like you're not attacking.
Or the new one, right? The new one that gives Alliance.
Yeah, you're not attacking security at any impressive rate.
Yeah, Mastimon will always be like that. It's a cool deck, but it seems that when it comes to being efficient at winning the game, it feels like it needs too many pieces and it has to pay too much to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you're playing competitively, really any game, but card games especially, like and it was different, I guess, before the internet. Only people really that played Magic would be able to know this. But before the internet, it took a long time, and sometimes it just never happened. Where when people found out the best decks and won the Pro Tour, that the deck would get publicized. Like, people had to write articles,
right,
in order to find out someone's deck list.
Yep.
And now it's like, oh, the moment like the set just came out and someone won the first event when the set's legal, and you just see the next week everyone's playing the deck.
I remember.
Dang, dude.
I'm dying. I'm okay. I know I said I'm dying, but that's just my reaction to that. Oh my god. I was gonna say my biggest example of that was what was the first Innistrad block when Aristocrats was it? I think it was Channel. I don't know how long you followed Magic, but when Channel Fireball won the Pro Tour with Aristocrats. I think it was Channel Fireball, but I just remember Aristocrats taking
like
over.
The oldest one.
A long, like, forever, like, whatever, like they took over the tournament with Aristocrats, and then like the next, like, they created their own archetype. from then on, we started calling that kind of deck aristocrats, and that was so sick to me.
Yep.
It's some boomer talk, by the way, chat. I'm sorry.
Boomer, yeah, no, Magic, 30-year-old game.
That's crazy. 3 is probably the best. Oh, we're still talking about the Xenoblade. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I got to have that Nintendo rant, because man, have I been like, I saw the thing that started it all. I think the Dragonite looks stupid, and I think the Victory Bell looks stupid. I
haven't seen the Victory Bell, but dude, Mega Dragonite was a letdown.
That was so stupid. I was so disappointed. I saw both. Oh my god, I don't know what they're doing.
They gave it the Mega Ampharos treatment. They're basically like, we'll just make Mega Ampharos again. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah, I was saying like I get it. Like the people in the defense hat, wearing the defense hat, is like, they're like, oh, but Dragonair has the wings on its head too, so Dragonite has the wings on its head, because
yeah, but those aren't even wings.
Yeah, but
they're like Dumbo ears.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say, like, just because you have a reason for it doesn't make it dumb. Doesn't make it not dumb. You know, like like they could have easily not done the dumb thing. You know, just put it on its back. It would have been infinitely cooler.
Alright, what is this? Mega Victory Bell? This is terrifying.
Yeah, it's somebody's kink. I'll say that. That thing is crazy.
What's on its head?
A leaf, I think.
No, below the leaf. Like there, it looks like.
That's its vines. Those are its vines that it's choking itself with.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then it got fat.
Yeah. It also somehow developed like Mario fish lips.
Yeah.
It
Man, that is nightmare fuel right there.
Yeah. They didn't even bother giving Dragonite the luscious locks that Ampharos has. Yeah. Oh, y'all don't get me started on Dragonite. Like, you love Mega Dragonite, Navi? Because that's... I mean, maybe that's just the age gap speaking for itself, I guess. That's what I'll say. He's full of soup. Oh, the Victory Bell? Isn't Mega Dragonite based on Hermes? The guy with wings on his boots? Oh, I guess he has it on his hat, too.
The messenger god? I don't know. Doesn't he... I don't know.
No, it's because Hermes has wings on his hat, I guess? Or I know he has it on his shoes. That's the most canon, but I don't know how canon Hermes having wings on his hat is.
Yeah.
Let me see. Classical Hermes. Oh, he has always had the wing hats. Okay. That's always okay. There are old statues of Hermes wearing the hat. Okay, cool. Fair enough. You win this time, Greek. All right, well, what about Mercury?
They really leaned into so like of all like the dragon Pokemon, Dragonite always has he's like adorable, right? They're not going for the cool or like
vicious.
Badass. Yeah, they're not going for that with Dragonite. They've always like looked at Dragonite as like he's the cute one. And they just like doubled down on it with the Mega Evolution, and that's why it's like I don't know, you know, they could have made Mega Dragonite awesome. They could have given it that kind of factor, but instead they just made it look like a plushie.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would have still been down with like cute, like make the wings like a blanket or something, like make them look cozy. Instead, they just made them look dumb, man. Same with Victory Bell, like. I still don't get why they pick. Why are they picking Victory Bell of all Digimon, Pokemon? Oh, speaking of random stuff, chat. Oh my god. All right, so I don't get these moments with Gundam because Gundam is like the new thing, and we got to talk about Gundam all the time, all day. I get to nerd out here. I like to think I get to nerd out here on Digimon because you guys love me anyway. Look what I got. You guys remember those old Play School toys? They did a collection of little people, Playmates little people, but they're Power Rangers. Look at this. This is so sick. I'm gonna change cameras. Look at this. Look how adorable they are. You got the little Zordon with the face. Oh my god, it's so good. Also got like a bunch of other pops recently. They're doing like a Tommy collection, so you can get. I don't have Dino Thunder yet. It's in the mail, but like we got Zeo, him. There's been so much stuff. There's been so much cool junk lately, man.
Oh, I see you got the box. Do you keep the boxes for your starter decks and advanced decks? I see.
Sometimes I do. I do. Lately, I've been doing it because. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I think the answer is just yes. I think I have all the boxes for my starter decks. But also lately, I've been needing to have like a brand safe background. So I've designed this whole shelf here to be Digimon card game only for the most part. So then I can cover up everything else when we're on when we're on official broadcast with Bandai. Also, I got this is an X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. I don't know what their obsession is with always making Nightcrawler a bobblehead, but here we are. He's a bobblehead. What else do I got? I don't know. Do I have anything else? What about you? What do you geek out about? What's your thing? I mean, we know you played 14 for 10,000 hours or whatever you said.
Yeah, 2,500. I do a lot of. Recently, it's been Monster Train 2. But like roguelike games. There's a new, what's it called? There's a Digimon MMO that they just released like 3 weeks ago called Digimon Super Rumble in Korea.
I've seen videos of that. Is that any fun?
Yeah. I just started playing it. Like, I only have like 2 hours into it. Like, I just started playing it today, actually. It looks pretty cool. I mean, it's just going to be there as a free-to-play MMO. It's a Korean MMO, so you know there's going to be some pay-to-win aspects later on down the line.
Yeah, as a big Maple Story guy myself, yes, I understand full-heartedly.
Yeah, so I'm here just to play it as a free-to-play thing on the side. Mechanically, it's cool, and the gameplay is all right. Once Time Stranger comes out, I'm probably never going to touch it again. But it's fun.
Man, that reminds me, I need to actually commit to finishing Cyber Sleuth on stream or something, because I actually I've never played Hapker's Memory or Cyber Sleuth like personally, so yeah. I've been trying to play it on stream, but man, is it hard to commit that kind of time to like plus all the tournaments and stuff to commit to stream like that.
Yeah, I think I was playing through Hacker's Memory, and I only got like maybe halfway through the game, and then I haven't been able to finish it.
Yeah, no, I want to do it just so like when we go into Time Stranger, I could be like, yeah, I played all the games just like everybody else.
I mean, I don't think you need to though, right? Like, aren't they going for the whole? They're trying to make it like the Digimon story games are kind of designed like Final Fantasy games where you don't need to play them. You don't need to play all of them. They're individual stories. But the exception is Hacker's Memory and Cyber Sleuth, right?
I think for me, it's like a little bit of like gaming the YouTube algorithm. It's like, look, this guy's been streaming Digimon Cyber Sleuth story games for the past month or so. Like, maybe you should watch him play Time Stranger. So there is a little bit of like deviousness behind what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, tournament's over, and we're just kind of yapping to yap, and the round is still going, and I don't know. It feels early.
To be fair, that's basically what we did for the whole tournament stream. We barely talked about the Digimon gameplay. that is such a what we do here.
I think it mostly comes from like I don't get to do this like on like official broadcasts, because it's like if you do it there, that's just, you really shouldn't. But here,
you're there to talk about the gameplay, and
you're getting paid and everything.
Nothing else.
Here, like and also it's like. Here, because like with all the guests and stuff, like you yourself, like how many times do you get to talk to like a bunch of people about just stuff? Like we all know how Omnimon works. We don't need to say, oh, he DNA'd at the end of his turn and the Madden tie is gonna allow him to attack. Like most of us here, we care enough that we already get it. It's more of just like getting to know the personality of whoever is here. And plus, like, me just filling in. Like, I love I love when we have, like, no, like you DigiGalaxy. I finally got somebody from DigiGalaxy to talk about that tournament that I've been selling out for I mean, months. Like, since the beginning of, like, selling out, I think you guys were, like, one of the first ones I put on the slides. But yeah, by the way, chat, everybody, this is DigiGalaxy Gaming, the husband side of it. So I guess you're the YouTube side of it and she's the Twitch side of it. Is that how it works?
Yeah, more or less. It's essentially how it works. I do a lot of the face-to-face, like, interactive stuff. So I also am the one that plays, like, in physical tourneys when I'm not helping out. But so if you've seen me either in Eagle's Nest or the Digimon 2020 Discord throughout the week, if I'm not playing in a tourney, I'll just be there either playtesting or, I guess, recently just being a pseudo deck doctor. I feel like people have just been using me for that. That's always
that's always a fun place to be, though.
Yeah. Like,
and I kind of agree with an earlier point you made too. It's just like, I mean, like you said, you played the big three, you've played other card games. I'm sure you've tried some of the newer ones that have come out along the way, but, like, at the end of the day, like, Digimon's still just the most, Digimon's still the most fun one. Like, I'm sitting here and, like, every time Digimon's still the most unique one. Every other card game, like you said, like, you just compare, like, Gundam just came out and I'm still sitting here like, it's kind of like Hearthstone. Just think of Hearthstone and it's pretty much Gundam, right? Like,
Yep. You can always, with almost every other card game, except for the big three, you can just draw comparisons to the big three. Almost all of them have there's some level of overlap that you can clearly see the inspiration behind, right?
Yeah.
But with Digimon, it's not really the case. And that's like the allure behind it. And then there's like the IP that it's using, right? Like the Digimon franchise.
Oh yeah, are you a big Digimon guy? Like, are you like you when?
No. I actually didn't know. I didn't know very much about Digimon at all until I got into the card game. Yeah, the card game was my entry to the IP. I mean, I watched a little bit of Digimon Adventure, when I was a kid, but I wasn't really a fan of it because it was like a little bit of Digimon Adventure casually, but I really was introduced into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was my first card game.
Right, okay.
I joined Magic and Pokemon after those, and then found Digimon.
What was your first competitive card game? Like,
it was Yu-Gi-Oh!
It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay.
Yeah. I was introduced to, I did Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! That's how I got introduced to it. Didn't play the game for probably 10 years, and then re-entered it and actually played it as a competitive card game back in 2014. I want to say 2014, 2015, and then been bouncing around doing. I played Magic for a standard set or a standard rotation, and then Pokemon as well for a standard rotation, just to get the feel, right? Like, and then I just realized, I'm spending too much on these. And then COVID happened, Digimon came out, and I realized, this is cool. I don't know much about the IP other than, everyone knows who Agumon, Greymon, and Garurumon, are. So I was like, all right, we'll play this game and see how it goes because I saw like the ads for it. I saw the mechanical uniqueness to it, and I was like, okay, let's give it a go. And I haven't looked back.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm at too. I mean, I started with competitive. Like, I think my first card game was probably Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of the show. Like, that's like I had the Blue Eyes original Kaiba starter deck. I mean, I even had like, who didn't have Pokemon cards when they first came out? But like, to say that I was a player of Pokemon would just be a lie. But like, for me, like, my first competitive game was Magic. I remember playing Gate Crash Standard. That was like the one I remember the most. And then and then from there it's been Digimon, man. And I gotta tell you, chat, like, Digimon's still it's just the most fun one to me, man. Like, that's just it. All the other card games, I'm just like, oh, Pokemon, like, oh, you just watch your opponent play the game, and then they eventually tell you it's your turn, and you're like, okay, I guess time to shuffle cards for 30 minutes. Yu-Gi-Oh, same thing, except your opponent gets to tell you no on your turn. And then Magic, everything's based on Magic, so it's like there's a million Magic clones out there. So it's just like I still dabble in Magic though. Everybody knows. Like, I got Magic cards on my desk. Like, we still built decks. I built the Sonic the Hedge. I'm building the Shadow the Hedgehog deck, the Squall deck. So Magic's the king or the grandfather for a reason. Like, let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah,
but
it invented the idea of trading card games, really. Because before then, it was just sports cards and collectibles, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, with that said, guys, it's been a blast. See you guys Monday. Oh, maybe tomorrow. Remember, banlist is coming out tomorrow, so we might do a live stream for that tomorrow. Otherwise, tune in Monday where we're gonna be playing day one banlist on Monday, or I guess not day one banlist. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's gonna be where we're playing. We're playing the banlist on Monday, and tomorrow maybe live reacting to it. So see you guys then. Thanks Kupo, thank DigiGalaxy. If you guys are looking for more content tomorrow, they got follow Eagle's Nest. We definitely do announcements for DigiGalaxy and their signups all the time on Fridays. Fridays is my local day, which is why I've never really partaken.
Yeah, it is for a lot of people. So it really is just there for the people that don't have locals on Fridays. It's kind of like the bit there. But
yeah. So definitely check them out. They've been friends of the channel, or friends of the Eagle's Nest for sure, for a long time, and a friend of mine now. And see you guys then. See you guys when I see ya.